Here we go. Just get those wonderful toys.
Are you playing in the bathtub with your little doll?
Consider this. What is the purpose of a toy?
To be played with.
Therefore, to not play with it would be
Illogical. Oh, damn it!
You can do it, Wonder Wheel. I don't want to go through life being a Wonder Wheel murderer.
Would you look at that? A toy show. What do you say we go in there and see what they got? Step right up and hear all about wonderful plastic pieces of marvels. Only here on Collectable Past.
Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome back to another episode of Collectable Past, where we're going to be talking about some toys. We're going to be showing off some of the stuff that we enjoy, some of the stuff that we've recently picked up, or maybe some of the stuff that's been sitting around our collections forever. And we're going to have a good time doing it. And what's going on, everybody out there? But before we go ahead and say hi to all of you out there, let's go ahead and let's say hi to our co-panelists today. We got Shifty Gizm. What's going on, Shifty?
Hey, not much. Yeah, I'm the only one here. Yeah. Hey,
these things happen. Sometimes, you know, the panel's a little light when you first start off. It happens. What are you going to do?
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do because I ain't got nobody to play my videos tonight.
Oh no! We'll try to figure something out, because I know if I try to play it, there's going to be no sound. It's just the problem that I have with, you know, both the internet service and of course the this old antiquated computer that I got. I mean, I'm one step away from having like one of the earliest computers, like an old Tandy or something.
dude, my desktop is from 2005, so I need a new one too. But hey, I mean, you're getting fiber pretty soon, so yeah
man. Next week they're going to be installing the fiber, and hopefully that's going to resolve a lot of the problems that I've been having trying to get uploads done. Which I did create a video to kind of show people what I've been dealing with, and then hopefully after this gets installed, I'll be able to do the addition on it and say this is where I'm at now. What a huge difference!
It's going to change your life. Fiber is pretty awesome.
Hey man, if I don't have to spend 10 plus hours a week just uploading my videos to StreamYard, that alone is going to save me a lot of time.
Yeah, it keeps you regular. Your uploads too.
It's going to be beautiful. And let's go ahead and let's say hi to the chat real quick. Chaos Hoy, the first one in the house, was going, Chaos,
hey.
Man. Pigs are doing okay. I don't want to say all the pigs are doing great. There will be an announcement for one of the pigs. I'll probably do it like right after I get through all the highs here. Canadian Spider-Man also in the house. What's going on, man?
Whoop.
Celebrating when Disney goes bankrupt. Yeah, we are all waiting for that. Burn, Disney, burn. It's a mouse house inferno. I'm sorry. All of us are. I'm sorry that you happen to be the lone guy. Let's hoping it doesn't happen. But with the price increases and everything, they're slicing their own throats. What's going on, RR? He third stat, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Pizza soda, s'mores, popcorn, every drink on earth. It will be a 7-day celebration. Jesus, party like it's 1999. I'm telling you, I think it might be slightly outnumbered in this chat, Shifty. Padre, what's going on, buddy, man? Always good to see you. Tina Bojan also in the house. What is going on, Tina? I hope you're doing well. Gap After Dark also in the house saying hi to everybody, man. I hope you're all doing well. Guys, remember to go ahead and share the links out there. Let everybody know we're going because always the same games with YouTube. It never ends. Never ends. Over 6.5 years, and the shit is never going to end with them. Go to build a gaming PC. Nice. I don't get fiber to 2026. Well, shit. Keep bugging them. That's what I did. I annoyed the living piss out of them until they finally relented. I think that's what wound up happening. So one of the announcements of one of the piggies. So, I mean, as it's unavoidable, eventually all the piggies get to a certain age and they start their health starts to go downhill. And Helmet is coming up on 5 years now, which that's a very senior piggy. So he is he's going to be moving into retirement to live out, the rest of his days in comfort and styling and profiling like only that pig can. But I have noticed he is starting to get a little bit confused, and he's starting to get a little bit of lean, like some of the older piggies do. They get this thing. I forget what they said. It's almost like a bug or a parasite that all guinea pigs are susceptible to at older age, and it kind of makes them head tilt a little bit. And I think they start getting a little confused. But I mean, he's not doing bad. He's still eating normally and everything like that. But he's moving into retirement. So knowing that was coming, I'd actually filmed all of Helmet's videos leading into next month for his retirement. So you will wind up seeing a new pig stepping up to take over Helmet's spot. And that will be the new pig, which his name will be announced later in this show. That's right. I finally got off my ass, and I finally got that done. And I'll be showing that off tonight in conjunction with a spotlight. So, hating business like Hager. Padre. Helmet is strong with the shorts. Yeah, I know. But, it was expected, RR. He's getting old. I mean, I didn't think he was going to last forever. And you know what? He was the runt, out of all the pigs that I had. The girl, the chick that was in college, didn't know how to take care of guinea pigs, and I don't think he was fed properly, and he wound up being a little undersized, and he had developed asthma, like type symptoms that a guinea pig could get with chest infections, and he's had it ever since. And being the sickest pig, I mean, he's outlasted all the other ones. I mean, he came in with Rorschach, same age, and he outlasted Rorschach, outlasted all the other pigs. So, I mean, I can't complain considering he started off sick and he made it to this point where he's going to be celebrating his 5-year anniversary. I can't complain. DJ Ronnie G, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Be careful with those turtles with all those cold drops, man. That's what I had to do. But with that out of the way, our intros, and yeah, poor Rorschach. I'm still working on his outro video. I'm so close, but I keep having problems with the damn music editor. But c'est la vie. I may have to just forego exactly what I wanted to do and just put the best I can together so I can get his video out there, because God help me if something happens to Helmet and his health just suddenly deteriorates and now I've got to do 2 pig songs on outros when the one has been held up for months. I'll be beside myself. But let's go ahead. We're going to get started with the fun. Hopefully the rest of the guys will pop in at some point. And if they don't, well, the show will go on. But let's get this thing kicked off, and we're going to get it kicked off with a pig. Andy, take it away, sir.
How you can
Greetings, humans. This is Indy. Welcome back to Toys from the Past. On today's Toys from the Past, we'll be digging back into the bygone era of another toy that was almost like a piece of equipment. We will be talking about the Pogo Ball. So the Pogo Ball was invented in 1969 by 2 Belgians, Van der Kleyen and Ribbons, as a ball with a plastic disc for standing on. But it became a major fad in the United States in the mid-1980s when Hasbro mass-produced it as the Pogo Ball. While the patent was granted in the US in 1973, the original company went bankrupt before it could market the toy, allowing Hasbro to take advantage of the expiring patent and launch it in the US in 1985. The Pogo Ball remained popular until the 1990s through similar products from other companies like the Little Tikes Pogo It. So if you don't recall exactly what the Pogo Ball looks like, the Pogo Ball is a big rubber ball with a platform around its perimeter. It sort of looks like the planet Saturn, where the platform is the rings. To use it, you stand on the platform while trying to hold on to the rubber ball with the sides of your feet. Then you simply try to bounce on it like you were using a pogo stick. There were also similar products out on the market, such as the Lolo Ball, which was pretty much the same as the Pogo Ball, but the Pogo Ball was the dominant seller. Toy stores at the time reported that it was difficult to keep either in stock. Parents interviewed that summer stated they were just so happy to get either one that the kids didn't seem to know the difference. While the construction materials seemed marginally different, they didn't look or feel that dissimilar. Both of these things acted the same way, and it was more of a choice, or maybe not a choice, of which one you happen to hop onto. Pogo Balls sold extremely well for Hasbro. In 1987, it was the hottest toy of the summer season. They sold 3 million of those bouncing wonders, which is about 35 million in sales.
Pogo Ball is what they call it when you're hopping and bopping everywhere. Pogo Ball is what they call it when you're rocking and rolling in the air. So get on the pogo and get off the wall. A pogo is the thing to do. Pogo is my favorite way to have a ball. And Pogo Ball's the thing for you. Yeah.
Guys, do you remember, or did you have, or did you see somebody get hurt on a Pogo Ball?
Yeah, so there we go with the Pogo Ball. Another one I seem to remember, I remember a lot of people getting hurt on those things, is basically a smaller version of a Pogo stick. But do you remember them?
I totally forgot about these things. I haven't even thought about these things since like the late 80s, man. We my friend actually had one, and he used to try to get around on it, but I think he fell down on his butt quite a few times on the sidewalk. These things were kind of dangerous if you didn't know what you're doing.
Yeah, just a little bit. I'm actually kind of surprised at this point with the reinterpretations of a lot of these older toys that somebody hasn't come back out and reintroduced the Pogo Ball yet.
Yeah, man. Wow, I can't believe I forgot about these, man, way back.
See, this is the kind of stuff that I love to do, like bring stuff back like this and people forgot it. I remember the Pogo Ball. It fell on my ass a couple times. But that's what I like to do. I like to reintroduce these older franchises to everybody that may have forgotten them, or maybe didn't even know, but like Slashers talked about a few of them that I brought up. You and Vinnie as well, where you had no clue that the things even existed. So, I mean, this is the fun aspect of being able to do some of this stuff and dig into the toys from the past when we're bringing this kind of stuff up. And, the stuff that we all know about and we love and we grew up with and we've seen reimagined over and over again, those are kind of easy to get through. But when you got something that is a little bit lesser known or almost forgotten about because it had such a very small window of time that it existed, those, I think, are the most interesting topics to hit on when you're talking about older toys. I mean, maybe that's just me, but...
Yep. Especially like the old stuff that you sometimes bring up. Like, I mean, stuff that most of us would never have heard of. Like the toys from the 60s and stuff that you go do research on, like the cowboy play sets, the action figures and stuff. Like, man, that's one of my favorite parts of the show. Just the old stuff that you bring to the table that we would never see otherwise.
I really do wish that I had the ability to get through some of those older crates, because I still have some older toys that are actually dated back to the 60s. I mean, even though I wasn't born in the 60s, my father had picked up some older toys for me, so I still have stuff like that sitting back there, man. I have stuff from '75, like with the Mighty Max, the Maximilian Man, stuff like that. That was like 1975. I mean, some of those things that they made back then were truly fantastic, and the longevity of these damn things, because I still have them today, especially when my dad piled everything. Like it was like piles of garbage everywhere. And how this shit survived is just beyond me. It was awesome. The worst falls were the ones when you had momentum built up and you needed to stop. There was no easy way to stop the damn things once you got going. I would imagine. Well, it was like in the 80s when like skateboards were like just a hot commodity item. Like every store you went into had skateboards sitting up and down those freaking aisles right next to the bikes. And all these kids that had no clue how to get on a skateboard were trying to jump on them in the stores and sliding right, and the thing slide right out from them, whap, right on their asses in the store.
You know, I didn't know it, but the last time I was in Ollie's, I went down like 2 rows past the toy aisle, and they got a whole aisle of just skateboards. Just a whole aisle of skateboards. I was like, where did these come from?
See, it's so odd too with Ollie's, because certain stores seem to get a lot more of other stuff than the other ones do. Because we have 2 Ollie's, you know, within 40 minutes. So one's really close, like less than 20, and then the other one's almost 40 minutes out. And a lot of the stuff that's in the 140 minutes out, they don't even have at my closest store. And then there's some things at this store that they don't have at the other one. It's really weird. I mean, it's almost like, you know, individual franchisee type stores where you may see things just a little bit different than some of the other stores. That's what it feels like with some of these Ollie's.
Wow.
I mean, it's not everything, mind you, in the store, but there's always seems to be niche items that are only available in 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking to myself, like, how many people are going to injure themselves because of old Ollie this year?
But the next one I got is I got a toy show off. Now, this is something I actually promised next week. So if you're somebody who likes things that go pop and bang, we got a little bit of review on there. This was my new toy for the toy breaks. So I promised I would get into a breakdown of this thing, and we'll be discussing a little bit afterwards and what I'm probably going to be doing with this thing. But here we go with our toy show off.
We are the Guinea Pig Collective. All will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
We are hanging out with Barnes. What's up, Barnes? Oh, Barnes, a G.I. Joe and Battle by Pigs. Say hi, Barnes. Nope, Barnes is not going to say hi. We're hanging out with Barnes. We are taking a look at something that kind of falls into his purview here because he is the G.I. Joe and Battle by Pig. We are looking at Crosswind's Air Power Full Auto CO2 Carbine Air Rifle, the Full Auto M1. It's supposed to shoot up to 430 feet per second. You can load up to 300 rounds in the built-in reservoir, and it unleashes 25 rounds a second on one trigger pull with the full auto. And of course, with the semi-auto, it's supposed to just keep firing. So let's go ahead. We're going to finally actually do a proper testing of this thing, besides just doing a toy break. It appears Barnes is in firing position, and we're ready to get started with this test, aren't we, Barnes? So a few things on this one right there. You got your safety up in the front, full auto there, and all the way back is for semi. And then once you're ready to go, you cock and load this thing. But the first thing we got to do is we need to put a CO2 on there. So in the butt plate, got an opening thing, got an Allen wrench, and then you go ahead and you remove this plug. Once you got that loosened up, pull your plug out. And this is actually powered by 2 CO2s, 12 grams. So the first one goes down neck first. And then the second one goes in back end first. And this actually just stores right there. Boom, and we're ready. Almost ready. Right here, you got your little window. That's where you pour your BBs in. We're gonna go ahead and test this thing with a few single shots right here. Not bad. A little close-up of the damage right there. Like I said, it made quite a few holes in this thing, turned it into Swiss cheese, but there are no exit wounds whatsoever. We're gonna put two brand new CO2s in this, and then we're gonna try it with full auto from the jump and try to hit the bottom of this and see how much more damage we can wind up getting. Not bad. Yeah, it sounds like it's almost dead.
We are the Guinea Pig Collective. All will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
There we go with that M1. It's pretty cool. The 2 CO2 power, 2 cartridges powering is real. I really thought it would have a little bit more power than that. I really didn't look at it. I just thought the aspect of a full auto BB gun for doing the toy breaks was just a really novel and cool idea. But unfortunately, 430 feet per second is only 70 or 80 feet per second more than that bottom tier Red Ryder BB gun. Because that's 350. It's not very much.
Oh,
yeah, and the full auto eats it up quick. It eats it up real quick. Our 2 clips, which is 20, total of 50 rounds, 225 sets, and the CO2s are just about dead. Go ahead, Shifty.
Wow. Yeah, well, it still looked kind of impressive though when you went full auto. But man, if it doesn't last very long, yeah.
It doesn't last very long, and it just doesn't do the power, damage that I want to see. It doesn't have the power that I was kind of hoping. Now they have another one just like this. It's like an AR model, and it looks just like an AR-15. It's really cool, but it's essentially the same damn thing, 430 feet per second. But I seen this one guy. The cool thing though is where this goes into butt plate for the CO2s. The AR-15 one has a removable clip that not only both of the CO2 cartridges go in, but then it has a reservoir for all the BBs in the clip too. So everything, the clips and all your BBs are in this clip that goes in the bottom. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Then of course they got the rails and everything on. So this guy was putting like flashlights and scopes with the red dot. And I was like, is that really necessary for a freaking BB gun that shoots 430 feet per second? This is not like, it's not really killing much of anything. I used to have a miniature brass Gatling gun. One crank, 30 rounds. It would shred a bird like cheese. Shit, nice. I wish I had room or money to guide. Last time I checked those things, I want to say they were quite expensive to get those little Gatling guns. But yeah, as much as I love this thing, and I love the M1 Garand look, I've always loved it. I would love to have an M1 Garand, but it's just I don't have that kind of money to dump on one of those things right now. This thing is $124. It's not exactly expensive as far as BB guns, but it's not exactly the cheapest either. So when I went back to the store and I started looking to see what other ones they had there, they had ones that were at $98, and those things shot like 1,000 to even 1,200 feet per second.
Whoa!
So yeah, more powerful, and it's cheaper. The only thing is there's no full auto, there's no semi. These are single spring loaded shots every single time. If I want to do more damage on a target, that's probably something more that I would want for some of the toys. But I'm actually at the stage I can't make up my mind whether or not I want to return this, get something that's more powerful to do damage, or if I just want to wait and just buy one of those as the damage dealer to the damn toys. I haven't made up my mind yet. Gatling guns are cool. I'd love to get one of them. But I think it's an interesting piece. And like I said, they got the AR model, and from what I understand, they got a few other models that are the exact same way. They're based off the same platform, the 430 feet per second. It's probably like most of the interior guts on these guns are all the same. They just put different bodies on them. Maybe the way, the spot where the CO2s load like the AR1 does, but it is a tough call. Because like I said, I love the look of this thing. I think it's awesome. I love the full auto thing, but just doesn't do much damage to the damn toys, which is, it's kind of a killer for me.
Yeah, I noticed that they're kind of getting into the Christmas season here at my local Walmart. Once you do the loop around by the hardware and you're heading towards the toys, right there front and center, they got a big display for Red Ryder BB guns. Just a huge stack of them they put out last week. And I was like, yeah, somebody's going to put their eye out.
Yeah. Looks great, but the full auto is a bit of disappointment. Yeah, and the way it burns through CO2 sucks. Yeah. I mean, you can get, like, I got a whole pack of CO2s, and it was just right around $20, I think, maybe a little bit less. But, I mean, I burned through almost all of them in testing and then shooting the toy last week. So that's a bummer. Yeah. I mean, it could be one of those pieces I could use every now and then. I have another semi-auto, but it doesn't take the newer CO2 cartridges. So I have one that looks like an Uzi that I've had since the 80s. Oh. So it takes one CO2 in the bottom semi. You just keep pulling the trigger, and that thing I think does more damage than this thing does. But like I said, because it's an older neck design CO2 that it accepts, the newer ones, if you go to put one in, it just hisses right out. So I don't know if they have a conversion kit or nothing for it, or if I'd have to just get lucky and find some older CO2 model, older modeled CO2s. But kind of is what it is. A little bit disappointing, but you never know until you pick these damn things up. And once again, it wasn't like it was a total bank breaker. I mean, it was a lot more expensive than most of the things I get at 124, but it could have been much worse, much worse. Yeah, that's a shame. It is. But, I'll do what I can. Like I said, I haven't made up my mind yet whether I'm taking it back or just getting a different gun for damage. But we'll see. I'll get into it once I get to that point. But as we're waiting for hopefully the rest of the guys to show up, whether they do or not, we'll try to figure something out one way or another. If I have to play the video and you just have to talk over it, we'll do that. Either way, we will get through. I may have a way to play it. I don't know. It just, we'll figure it out. All right, we'll figure it out.
Well, one of the things I could probably just go and do a live unboxing maybe tonight. So, we'll figure it out.
Oh, well, I did last week. I shot up, who was that? Shang-Chi.
Yeah, poor Shang-Chi.
He got a few holes in him, but it just wasn't the kind of damage that I expected. I was hoping for a little bit more damage than what I got. It was just a little disappointing. I wanted to see that thing turned into Swiss cheese. That's what I was hoping for. But as we're waiting, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into our first commercial break. And man, I've got to look for more material. I have finally run out of the initial amount of material I got for these older toys from Toys from Bygone Eras. But yeah, it's time for me to get back in and do the search and find some more of these things. Man, I've gone through so many of these things. I've done 27 Toys from Bygone Eras at this point. I didn't even realize I did that many. So I'm going to have to dig through the wells and find some other stuff that I've never touched on before, and I'm sure it's going to happen. But here we go with Indy and Toys from Bygone Eras.
I am your Professor Indy of the Guinea Pig Collective. Welcome to Toys from Bygone Eras.
Only 15 seconds left as you try to set a new speed record on Motorific's new Racerific. Hit the remote control. Switch your car through Mystery Mountain. No telling where you'll come out. You pass the last flag. Head for home. Time's running out. You made it! You set a new speed record on Motorific's new Racerific. You can also race against your friends. Stunt drive your cars. You get all this Motorific car and automatic racing clock. Get Racerific. It's terrific. It's ideal. Jalopy Showdown, where two guys meet to one taste victory, the other defeat. There's a grind and smash as the two cars crash. Jalopy Showdown. If you hit him, he blows his top. But if he hits you, you flip your lid. Jalopy Showdown with steering wheel switches to control the crashes and 2 breakaway jalopies. Jalopy Showdown. It's ideal.
It was the big, big secret until now. Look,
Wow, great.
now it's here for you. The new riding car with the amazing spring motor. New Zoommobile by Mark. Look at that dashboard. Turn signals. Battery-powered home. Plus the zoom. The sound of power. And in the back, a real trunk.
Can I really? What?
Try it. No pedals, no batteries to make this car run. Just back her up to wind that powerful spring motor. Then set the brake. When you release it, zoom! You're off. Let them know you're coming. Join the sports car crowd in the amazing spring motor car that needs no pedals, no batteries to make it run. Zoommobile. The car built just for you. Zoommobile. By Mark. Brought to you by Marks, makers of the Rock'em Sock'em robots. The great boxing robots. Heads fly when they score a hit. Rock'em Sock'em robots.
And here is what we believe to be one of the hottest items to come through the air.
It's the wing thing. It's the wing thing. It's the wing thing.
The Wing Thing, an exclusive patented genuine replica of the wing which will be used by astronauts in their re-entry from outer space. Takes off like a plane, climbs like an eagle. The motor cuts out. It soars. It dives. Control it yourself or fly it free flight. Watch for the Wing Thing. The Wing Thing. The Wing Thing. The Wing Thing from Gilbert.
Thank you for joining us, and remember, if it's not being done by a pig, it's not worth watching.
The wing thing. The wing thing.
The jalopy race and the wing thing. Oh, that's great. Yeah, man, I can't believe they made a full-size pullback car that you could actually ride. That's wow.
It's kind of funny. Padre's like, yeah, that car sucks. My green machine was a lot better.
Wow.
But I mean, the idea of something that just went, I mean, it's still interesting for the time before they had motorized ones and everything. So,
man, yeah, you should like compile all of those 27 clips that you did for all these old commercials. Just compile into one video, so I can show it to my dad sometime when we're cruising over on YouTube.
That would be a long video. I'm pretty sure that would be over 2 hours easy.
Oh, really? Well, once you get the fiber,
yeah, it won't be a problem then. Yeah, absolutely. The jalopy race, yeah, same thing. Shifty said, yeah, and right there, RR. He said, "Damn, they're early battle bots." Yeah, right. And like the hex bug battle bots where pieces fly off. Yeah, I mean. So many times that I know Trina talk about, it was one of her favorite things early on, like watching some of these old toys that they had back in the day, some of the ones before even any of us were alive, and some of the interesting stuff they were doing back then. I mean, really, the amount of ingenuity that these people came up with some of those early toys, it really is astounding, especially you look at the lack of some ingenuity that they have in today's toys.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Like I said before, some of that stuff you show off is just amazing. I like it. I'm still like I can't believe all the detail they went into with those cowboy and Indian figures. Like they're huge, and they got all those great big vehicles and buggies and wagons and horses and stuff. Man, I'd love to have some of them today, but I bet they cost a fortune trying to find some of that stuff.
I'm sure they do. It's kind of weird though. Some of that stuff, it went up in price for a while, and then some of it's come back down. I can't remember what it was. I looked recently. And what's going on, Shadowhawk Talks, man? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hey. I'd seen something, and I know at one point the prices on it were ridiculous. I just don't recall what exact toy it was. But when I re-looked just the other day, the prices like dropped through the floor. And I was like, wow, it's actually quite affordable now compared to where it was just like a year or so ago. So, I mean, it's one of those things, you know, maybe expensive at certain points, but if you keep watching, especially the way everything has been lately with the collector's market really taking a bit of a hit, now might be the time to start looking for older stuff like that, because you might be able to find a really good deal.
Yeah, I need to keep tabs on that that Gaylord that I found on eBay. It's broken, but yeah, I finally found one a couple weeks ago, and it's a little pricey, but you know, I'm tempted.
How bad, if I may ask?
It's like 80 broken, and I think the shipping's like 20 on it.
Does it at least come with the bone?
I don't remember. I think the panel on the bottom is missing the cover, from what I remember. But yeah, we were all astounded that we actually found one the other week when we were up late night talking about toys and whatnot.
Well, I mean, that's the thing with a lot of those older toys. So a lot of them really aren't that hard to repair and replace, because it wasn't like it's like the electronics that you see today, which are an absolute nightmare to try to fix once they go bad.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, a lot of that stuff was pretty simply made, and it's just like small little motors or something like that. So it probably is not going to be a real difficult fix. It's just figuring out what kind of, like, if you got to replace a panel or anything, it's like, what can you use to replace the panel? But I mean, once you figure it out, you just drill little holes in the plastic, put little plastic screws or little small metal screws, and probably fix it right up.
Yeah.
What's going on, Keely?
Hey, yeah, it's not like those transforming transformers, where they have like 24,000 working parts inside of them. Yeah. Good luck fixing one of those.
I mean, even like some of the stuff that they do, like the battle bots, when I replace them, I'm actually kind of surprised at how simplistic most of them are, other than the little electronics board that they all come with the sensor attached to it. The rest of that stuff, super simple. There's nothing overly complicated about them. It's just remembering to put all the gears in the right place and not losing anything. But I mean, beyond that, they're not that difficult to work on. It's just, just a pain in the ass to be able to set up and put everything down so you don't lose nothing. But yeah, man. So let's go ahead and we'll move on while we're waiting for these guys. See what happens. We'll see what happens. We're bringing Indy back again for another one, and Indy's got a toy history lesson. I know a lot of you guys are going to know this one. I'm pretty sure I never showed this one before. I can't recall, because when we had the Halloween break with everything, I kind of got lost in my placement of which videos I played or not. Hopefully I didn't play this one before, but if I did, hey, we're getting a chance to look at it again. But here we go. Indy, take it away, Pickle.
Welcome, one and all. I am your Professor Indy of the Guinea Pig Collective. And now, we are going to get into some toy history. On today's Toy History Lessons, we'll be taking a chop at another franchise that did not see a lot of commercial success. We will be talking about Chuck Norris and the Karate Commandos. Now, the Chuck Norris and the Karate Commandos toy line was produced by Kenner in 1986, and it coincided with the animated series of the same name. The line featured around 10 figures and was designed with unique action features. They came in a 5 to 6 inch scale, and they had a single vehicle called the Karate Corvette. This line was not commercially successful, and it was discontinued by the late 1980s, though the figures remain collectible today. The inspiration came from Kenner when they created the line in response to the success of other action figure lines like Karate Kid and Rambo. Now, the toy was released in 1986 along with that animated series, which was produced by Ruby Spears Entertainment. There was also a partnership. Kenner had partnered up with Chuck Norris to develop the line based on his fame from action films. And the series was intended to continue with a second wave of toys that were advertised in Kenner's dealer catalog, but were never produced. The line included approximately 10 figures, of course, like we said, in that 5 to 6 inch scale, each with unique action features. Popular figures included the main Chuck Norris figure, Chemo, and the Ninja Warrior. The line's single vehicle was the Karate Corvette, which was inspired by a real-life Corvette that Chuck Norris had actually owned. Other merchandise, such as comic books from Marvel's Star Comics imprint, were also released to support the franchise. The discontinuation of the line in the 1980s probably was not very surprising to most, because some of these things were flash in the pans, especially when they considered all the other properties that they were going up against at the time. Now, despite its short run, the figures are now highly collectible, especially the Karate Corvette and a few other rare figures, such as the Ninja Master. Guys, how many of you remember Chuck Norris and the Karate Commandos? Guys, thank you for joining me on this toy history lesson.
Not me. I don't remember. I remember. Well, I don't know. I mean, I remember Karate Kid. I remember Rambo. I don't remember the Chuck Norris show or figures or anything. No. I remember the movie he made with Jonathan Brand as sidekicks, but yeah, no.
Okay, so I did not play this before then. That's good. I wasn't sure if I did. Well, here's the problem. When I'm doing all the editing on a lot of these videos, I see them so many damn times through the editor. By the time I'm getting to the show, it's like I remember it vividly from doing the damn video and doing the editing and everything else. So it's like, did I play this already? I can't remember. And usually I keep a list where I check everything off. But like I said, with Halloween time, I got really lost in properly scratching everything off that I used, and I had to kind of guess at some of it. But yeah, or R says he remembers the Karate Corvette. He also remembers the cartoon, and it was tough competition at the time. There were so many franchises that were really getting going right around the same time, or had already established themselves, that it was a pretty deep market to try to sink a brand new product into, and then hope it did well.
Yeah, it was. I mean, people that didn't live in the 80s or like the early 90s, they don't realize just how big the toy section was, or how many toys was competing for your dollar back then. It was insane. And going through Toys R Us and you see just a wall full of G.I. Joe vehicles and figures, or Star Wars, and and then all these other little lines trying to just get it inch in on the kids' interest, and it was crazy back then.
Some of the merchandise they would do in some of those big stores with Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris does push-ups. He pushes the earth, and Chuck Norris can run around the earth twice and punch himself. Thanks, RR. Indy always does a spectacular job. But like when you're talking about Toys R Us and Kitty City, KB Toys, and some of the other places that had the big giant toy aisle, the big long toy aisles, and the amount of just promotional stuff that they put up in the aisles. I mean, you're starting to see a little bit of it here or there in some of the more modern stores, but nothing like you've seen back then. Like, I mean, how many times did you walk into something like a KB Toy and maybe they had a big diorama set up with a line that they were really trying to push that they just got into the store, showing it off. You just really don't see that very much at all in most of these stores. Like every once in a while in like a Target or something like that, you might see something like that for Lego sets, but beyond that, you don't see it for anything else.
Yeah, it's totally different nowadays. It's just a totally different world. I mean, it's just all around. Gaming it ain't what it used to be. Toys ain't. I still think that toys are in the process of having a little bit of a comeback, because it seems like a lot of people who aren't into gaming are going back to toys now, and with midlife crisis maybe, or just going back and buying the stuff that they had as kids. I don't know, because Walmart, like I said, they renovated the store up the road here. They expanded the toy section. It's huge now, so we may be in for like a huge reinvigoration of our favorite hobby here.
I hope so. I mean, there's still a lot of good companies out there. Toys are timeless greed. There's a lot of good companies out there who are still putting stuff up, while some of the other ones that have been at the top for so long are scrambling because they just got complacent. So with some of these other up and coming companies that are putting out some really good stuff, and you're starting to see some of these toy stores actually getting stuff from overseas, and you're seeing some of the quality differences right there. I mean, hopefully, these guys step it up, and once they start stepping it up and making some good quality toys and not overcharging people to death, you will, I think 100% you're going to see a big reinvigoration in the market for toys, because it's one of those things, like you said, like people going back and wanting to have that nostalgia, like, oh, I had that as a kid. I would love to have this newer version of this thing. I mean, that's why some of these toys have done really well, like TMNT. They had a pretty good comeback with some of the classics and everything like that. The same can be said with Masters of the Universe, G.I. Joe, revamping the original toys into that classified line, have done fairly well for themselves.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones, not quite as much, though.
We just got to get the kids off their phones and their tablets and get back to playing with toys.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, it's imagination. I mean, that's one thing we always talk about. So, like in your wheelhouse, you're talking about Star Wars. I mean, for all the years that there was no Star Wars movies, there was nothing going on. What kept the line invigorated as a franchise really was all the toys that Kenner was putting out, like stuff that maybe existed in a movie for a brief second, or maybe stuff that didn't exist at all, other than in Kenner's imagination that it could have been there.
I tell you what, I've been looking at some of the Power of the Force stuff that they put out after their initial waves, where they were like making like really weird oddball like this things, like little play sets that I mean, they were just blister carded. They couldn't have been that much to put them out, but I mean, they had like Luke in a Bacta tank that looks really cool. I mean, I would like to get that at some point. Or like you got all these little play sets from Tatooine and stuff. And they're not that much. The Power of the Force stuff isn't that expensive for the most part. So yeah, they put out a lot of stuff when the films weren't going on there between the special editions and the prequels. They put out a lot of neat stuff.
And I'm sure at some point they're going to continue to go back to that. I know, I give Hasbro a slight nod for, actually sticking to their guns and telling Disney that, some of this older stuff that's Marvel Comics and everything like that, from the novels and everything, people want to see these. Disney doesn't want to see them being made, but Hasbro's pushing the envelope, and saying, hey, screw you. These are what's going to sell. You're going to make us push this garbage that we know is not going to sell. Let us put some stuff out there and sell so we can actually make some damn money. Because if they're not in the business of making money off these franchises, what's the point of paying the licensing fee?
Yeah, but sometimes that backfires because they had so much stroke, they actually dictated and changed, supposedly, the outcome of Mando and Book of Boba Fett to where it didn't turn out so hot there towards the end because they tried to write Baby Grogu out of the picture, and Hasbro's like, no, that's our moneymaker. You can't do that. We need him active and in the mix and in the storyline. So yeah.
Buzz Acevedo, what's going on, man? Welcome. I don't know where Vinnie is, so he's late. He's on Vinnie time, I think. Disney needs to go bankrupt. Of course, Disney didn't want to see what the fans want to be made. And unfortunately, Disney does do that a lot. They tend to ignore what the fans want, and then they sit there and they get mad at everybody. And, hey, you got nobody to blame but yourself. You're being told what's going to sell. Hasbro is kind of like a little bit in the same situation where they push so much of that Transformers 1. And I don't care what the people are saying that love it and everything. It was a failure all the way around. The movie failed. The toy line failed. It's still stinking up toy aisles to this day. It did not do well. And so when people get mad when other ones call out like, okay, well, all this G1 stuff, dude, this G1 inspired stuff. Well, that's the stuff that's selling. Sorry, it's just a fact. What are they going to sell? They're going to sell stuff that's not selling, or are they going to go back to the freaking well of, okay, these are still selling, let's do these? Of course they're going to go back to the well. And the people that are griping about that, guess what? Here's the thing. If they don't make the G1 and they just make what you want, guess what? Eventually there will be none made, because that whole thing is just going to collapse, and they're just not going to make any more. Because at some point they lose enough money, they have to cut ties with it.
It's insane to me that they've made like, what, 7, 8 Transformers movies, and they never did G1 outside of like that first 5 minutes of Bumblebee. The people has been begging for that for years and years and years and years, and they haven't gave it to us. I don't understand it. I don't understand. Ever since they first shown the terrible designs of that first Transformers movie, they were so bad. Will Smith and Shaq were making fun of Megatron, right? And yeah, they're not. I don't understand it. Just give us what we want. Just give us what we want.
I know. I hate it. I hated that Bumblebee movie to death. Like the first 4.5, because it wasn't even a full 5 minutes. Like that Cybertron stuff, man. That was killer. And even the people that said they liked the entire movie, all of them still agree that first 4.5 to 5 minutes was the best of the movie. It was just amazing. Like if they leaned into that heavily, like High Moon Studios did with the games they put out for War and Fall of Cybertron, they would have an absolute screamer on their hands. But they're just so thick-headed, they just don't want to listen. They don't care about the fans. There's still some people apparently in Hasbro that are listening. They care what the fans want because they're pushing for more of the G1 inspired stuff now. But unfortunately, you get the little crybabies who only want what they like, and they don't see the benefit of them pushing the stuff that's still selling right now. It's just it doesn't make any sense.
One of the main things that they with the Transformers that why it didn't connect so good with a lot of people is because Spielberg, who produced it, he was pushing for more of a human element to be pushed into the mix, and that's what kind of screwed everything. Because we don't care about the humans, we care about the robots, right? Well, I think, and I know a lot of people are mixed on this new Predator Badlands, but they are focusing a lot in that movie about the predators. With there is a female side chick in the movie, but they're going so far into like the Predator lore and stuff, and making them the main characters and not just like a adversary to humans. And it's doing fairly well at the box office. Maybe that will give Hasbro enough of an itch to actually pursue a movie where the Transformers are the main draw, and it isn't just an animated movie like one. It's a live action movie, because that's, like I said, that's what we want. We want a G1 movie and focus on the Transformers, not humans.
Yep. And you know what? And even if I don't have so much of a problem that they incorporate some of the other lore into it, but at least give us the design elements of these things. Because number one, it's going to be more appealing to the people that like the toys too, because that's the ultimate goal of these movies, is to sell some of these damn toys. So if you make something that's going to translate well into a damn toy, more people are going to be on board with that, because, okay, now I got my favorite toy in my hand, and, I want to watch the movie again because I got the toy right here. And that just makes sense. And, of course, that pulls in younger generations, too. And that helps kids want to actually get more toys as well. I mean, it just makes sense all the way around. And, hopefully they'll get it at some point. But since we're in that big conversation about that, that's actually going to lead into my figure review. The figure review is going to be 3 parts. I was kind of hoping Vinnie would have been here for this, because I was kind of curious to see what he thought about it, because he did a review on the same figures, and I wanted to see what he thought about my take on that. But he's not here, and the show must go on. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start this one. Studio Series 86. Well, you'll see. Here we go. We are hanging out with Dark Helmet, the Transformers and the Sci-Fi Pig, getting his time on, hanging out in his cuddle bed as we're getting ready to take a look at something that is Transformers related. So, from Transformers, Studio Series Transformers, the movie, we've got the big box, we got Constructicons, Hook, and Long Haul. It says right there on the box, 3 out of 5. Well, this is actually technically 3 and 4 out of 6. But let's go ahead, let's get this out of the box and see if this thing is even worth it.
And here we go with Long Haul and Hook in their robot forms. You can see Long Haul is a very large, very chunky Voyager class. I mean, that is what I always expect a Voyager class to really look like. Nice, big, bulky figure. Hook himself is not that bad. There's nothing to sneeze at. He is a pretty large one. Let's bring in a few of the other Constructicons so you can see the size variances. With Scrapper standing in between them. Scrapper is not really feeling like much of a Voyager class character. Let's go ahead and stop that dial for a second. But he is not feeling very much like a Voyager class figure standing next to Hook right there. What a size difference. This guy 100% feels like a deluxe class because he was barely any bigger than Bone Crusher. And of course, next to Long Haul, he looks even smaller. Overcharging this guy at a Voyager class level was Hasbro. Mixmaster, on the other hand, feels like he belongs at that Voyager class level. They really did overcharge for a few of these figures. Scrapper definitely overcharged on that one. These guys all feel like Voyager, though. And of course, here we go with Long Haul and Hook with their G1 counterparts. You can see where there was a lot of changes in Hook. Long Haul, not too bad. Should probably go ahead and stop that dial. But yeah, you can see the huge differences with Hook with the way the original toy was designed. Like, even in the cartoon, you see this in the cartoon. There he goes, he's falling down. This guy's a little bit worse for wear. But you can definitely see this part in the cartoon. This Hook, no. The way they did it is just, yeah, it's different than the cartoon. It's different than the original figure. I mean, granted, he did have these shoulder things. These were a little bit higher and looked like he had a little more room. I think they could have did a better design on that. The face isn't bad. Pretty cool. The chest and everything looks pretty good. Looks pretty spot on to the cartoon and the toy. But these legs, bit of a miss. Doesn't really look like them. Long Haul, on the other hand, not too shabby.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Yeah, those legs on that, and I should have brought up the picture from the animated series, but yeah, you actually see what is basically the driver's section of that cab. You see it on the side of his legs, even in the anime. So even though he's got like that silver coming down the front of his legs, you still see that cab part, and they've taken that and just threw it in the back of the bot. Just like they didn't really consider all the design elements. So this is supposed to be based on the 86 cartoon. It should look like the 86 cartoon. It's one of the gripes that I have with some of the ones that they did. And I know some people, it's just nitpicking. It's nitpicking. Well, why call it the 86 movie, or as we're just calling it now, Studio Series movie design, if it doesn't look exactly like it? Yeah. As I get into the review, there's some other gripes on it. I mean, overall, though, they still look pretty cool. I mean, I know you were looking at these ones, and these probably were the ones that almost made you think maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I think yeah, the one that has the two colors on it, he looks a lot better. Some of them, there's a couple of them that out there. I don't know. In the Constructicons that I don't know. I don't like the designs of them, and like I said before, I wish they had a little bit more of a I don't know, a black wash, or it's some kind of something to make them to where they don't look like so new, like it's some scuffed up marks or decals or something. But yeah,
something to break up the green.
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta be honest. I'm not a huge Transformer toy guy, but some of them look cool, and some of them I'm like, eh. But yeah, I don't know. But what's his face? Once you put them all together, he looks awesome.
Yeah, the Devastator mode. Yeah, I still need Scavenger for that, and I'm still looking for him. He's the only one I can't seem to find. But once I have him, I'll have Devastator.
How much do you have to sink into that to get the whole Devastator?
Oh, well, luckily I got Long Haul and Hook on sale, so I didn't pay nowhere near the normal price, which is $89 for the two of them.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Scrapper and Mixmaster are $35 a piece. Okay. And then Bone Crusher and Scavenger are $25 a piece. So yeah, that's a big bill to get all of them.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, and I thought the Marvel Legends was bad price wise. Wow. Yeah, that's quite a bit right there, man.
Yeah, especially like I said, the overcharging on the Scrapper figure, because he was just so much smaller than all the rest of them. And I know when I put him next to Bone Crusher, which was the deluxe class at $25, was actually bigger than this $35 Voyager class. And it's like, yeah, they just threw him in a bigger box, said Voyager, and then overcharged people. And it's
wow.
And even then, when you look at Long Haul and Hook, they're $35 Voyager, which is normally $70. Yeah, it's $89. So they're saying $19 is this trailer piece that I'll get to as we get through the rest of the review clips. They're saying $19 just for that trailer piece. I'm like, dude, I mean, if it's supposed to be part of the set, really, like
the nickel and diming you. What the hell?
Yeah, pretty much. But and this is the thing they started doing with a lot of these toys. So now all these deluxes are now sitting anywhere from $27 to $29, depending on what store you buy it from. You buy it from Target, you're paying $27. You buy it from Walmart, you're paying $29. So it was just their way, the way I looked at it, and I said it early on, this was their way to kind of jack up prices a little bit more. And then, of course, make their accusations of why they jacked them up. But, over the past 5 years, they've jacked up prices on Transformers 4 separate times. They did it 3 times under Biden. And then once now under Trump. So, yeah, definitely an overcharge. And it is a pretty big bill to get all of them. And I'm sure at some point they're going to re-release it just like they did with Motor Master and the Stunticons. They're going to release like a whole big set of them. And they're probably going to like really overcharge for that because it's, they're all together. Yeah. But you're saving money on packaging. The price should go down. That was the other issue I had with stuff like Long Haul and Hook. When they're throwing more than one figure in a box like that, that price should come down because now you're lessening the amount of packaging that you need to put in it. Because they do that with other series. So they have a 4 set out there. It's like the Ultra Magnus, which is the scaled down version of the Missing Link Optimus Prime, just painted white to be Ultra Magnus. Then they got the very slightly changed bumper, which is a very slight changing of the Bumblebee from Studio Series 86. And then an animated... Motor Master or something like that, and then a horrible. It might even been Nemesis Prime, and then a horrible figure that they put in there. So those 4 figures, which are normally about $25 a piece, the whole set goes for $89. Wow. So if you go money wise, it should be $100 for the whole set, but they're discounting because they're putting them all in one package. Why didn't they discount a little bit when they put Long Haul and Hook together? So even if it's a little bit more, it shouldn't have been $89. Like, yeah, I'm sure they will. RR, they just can't stop it. They're losing money as it is now, and Hasbro's been in a lot of trouble for years. And their solution is to jack prices up on the fans to drive more of them away. It doesn't make any damn sense. Oh man. This is the reason why Blockbuster went out of business.
Yep.
But let's go ahead. We'll get into part 2, and then of course part 3 after that, and the wrap up. And I'll give you my final scores on these. But here we go.
We now return to the Transformers.
And here we go with Long Haul and Hook. It's poses blasting away. I will say I love the articulation on that big guy, man. Long Haul has got some really good, aesthetically good looking posing. Hook's not bad, but sometimes the way his body looks, it just makes him look odd. We're doing both of them balanced under their own weight in some crazy looking running poses. Not too horrible. A little bit difficult to get some of them balanced, but you can pull it off. As far as being able to get into kneeling positions, long haul, yes. Hook, not so much. There's just not enough articulation in his legs to be able to pull off a kneeling position with him. Another pose with long haul and Hook, and you can see where this shoulder thing is definitely limited. There's definitely a limitation move. There's also a limitation on how far you can move the head. The head doesn't really look up or anything at all. Where long haul, he gets a little bit more movement, technically, not a whole lot. Once again, it's some of the easier things that they could have did by just having a little bit higher of a ball joint for these heads so they can get more movement. Here we go with long haul and Hook and their construction vehicle modes. Long haul, really fun to transform. Hook isn't bad, but obviously the hook arm comes on and it actually can move around a bit right there. Does extend a little bit, but it doesn't extend far enough. It should extend it a lot further than that. They kind of skipped out on that. Here we go with long haul and Hook and their G1 counterparts and their vehicle forms sitting right next to them, so you can see a lot of the things that carried over fairly well with these two. They don't look half bad. Granted, you could, in the original one, you could put the Devastator head in the middle, and that's kind of what they were going with. But like his hook arm, you can see how much longer that one actually extends out as opposed to this. Yeah, there's like no comparison. They really did skimp on the length of that. They could have easily added a little bit more to that. They chose not to. And of course, like all the rest of them, the guns can port on the side. Long haul has a few places you can port his gun. Hook, on the other hand, he's really only got one spot that he can port his gun onto. That's it. There's one little peg right there for the gun on the side. With this extra monstrosity, so let's go ahead and set that up. So after you get it all set up, you gotta spread his legs apart just a little bit right there. And there's a little port right there, and you're supposed to clip that back in. You're supposed to hold on to it. And he's got this big, giant, I guess, artillery trailer that he carries around with him.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Very cool video. The way you posed them up at the beginning was really nice. Hook looks pretty cool. Long haul looks better in his vehicle form.
You know what though, the knees, and I don't know if some people are missing that because there's the separate joint in the middle that actually is the knee joint, and I've seen a lot of people posing it where they're posing it at the top, which is actually supposed to be part of the thigh, and I think they're missing that middle joint that I was using to be able to get better articulation out of them. I don't know, but I really had no issues posing long haul, the bigger one, none at all. Arms a little bit on the stumpy side. And once again, the head, there could have been more posability, and they probably could have worked the waist joint into all these Constructicon vehicles, but they didn't for whatever reason. But yeah, they were a lot of fun to play with. Like I found myself messing with Long Haul a lot more than I did Hook. He was like, and I heard Vinnie say he didn't like the way Long Haul transformed. I had no issue with him. I felt he was fun. Oh, there goes Vinnie now. He just kind of missed it as I'm getting ready to get into the last part with the Constructicons.
Hey, you guys. Oh, yeah, don't let me stop you. Go for it.
Yeah,
what's up,
but yeah, I thought he was a lot of fun, and yeah, I don't know, some of the poses I was able to get them in though. Yeah, like they're so nice to be able to do that. I mean, the head joint and the waist and some of the choices they made for Hook just really bugged me. It just the opening poses. Yeah, I appreciate that, RR. I seen you said a couple times that you thought it was decent posing. Appreciate that, man. All right, we got one last. We got the wrap up on these guys. Vinnie, you're in for the wrap up at least. Here we go. What our final piece for Long Haul and Hook.
We now return to the Transformers.
Final pose and our rundown of both Long Haul and Hook. I gotta say, while these guys look pretty good aesthetically, a few misses as far as the way as how Hook should look, especially down the legs. It doesn't match up with the old G1 toy. It doesn't really match up with the animation. A little bit of a miss there. Some of the articulation in the shoulders for Hook, also a big freaking fail. When you got to move those things up and they look like they're just flopping all over the place to be able to move the arms, even then, the arms are limited in movement. Big miss. The head joint not being able to hardly move at all. A little bit of side by side, just a tiny bit of little movement up and down also on Hook. Another huge fail. Then you get down to the legs. Once again, there's a lot of range of movement that is just not there with Hook whatsoever. Long haul, on the other hand, plenty of movement on this guy. Actually, more than I thought he was going to wind up having, being a much bigger figure. Even with his stumpy arms, he's got a lot more range of movement than Hook does. Could have been a little bit more room as far as the head movement. A little bit, again, maybe a little bit higher of a peg on that head. Could have given him a ton more room. Neither one of these guys have waist articulation. Then again, none of the Constructicons did. But that aside, yeah, there's a few things to take away on these guys that are just not perfect, that they could have done a little bit better. Not bad looking, just not quite as good as I was hoping these things would be with all the hype surrounding on these brand new molds that were coming out. I gotta say, I would give Long Haul out of this set, I would give him a 9. He's a pretty solid damn figure. Hook, on the other hand, best I can do for Hook is an 8. There's just way too many misses in articulation. Really cool looking figure, but once again, they miss some of the finer points. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna revise that. I can only give Hook a 7. That's the best you can get. There's too many misses. The articulation is bad. The look is not there to the cartoon nor the G1 toy. The best he's getting 7. Like, out of this set, Long Haul's to take away is the awesome piece in this box set.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers.
Yeah, man. So there we go with that. Vinnie, I was talking about the articulation on Long Haul, especially in the legs, where I seen a lot of people were opposing him what was technically his thigh joint is moving his leg. There's actually a separate bend right in the middle. That's his knee. Mm-hmm. And once I started playing with that, I found that there was a lot more range of movement on Long Haul than there was on Hook, especially when you get the knees almost like into a bending position. You can see his thigh doesn't even go straight up on Hook. Mm-hmm. It goes up to like a 96 or something at best. Right. It doesn't go straight up into a 90, even a 90 degree, where Long Haul's does. And same thing with the arms. There's limitation on the forearm where those tires stop it at just under 90 degrees. Like, there was way too many limitations I felt on Hook.
It's almost like the robot modes were like an afterthought, you know? Mm-hmm. I feel like the main focus, they wanted to just make sure that Devastator was what we really want. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you. I think they dropped the ball in a lot of aspects. Like I said, for me overall, it was for Devastator. Although, like some of like the smaller releases, I'm okay with them. I know you're going to be way more picky because you are, again, you're like, that's your thing is Transformers. So I 100%, I agree with you on that stuff that when you point it out for sure. Yeah, it's a shame though, because like they're so close to getting these things right, and then they kind of screw it up. By the way,
I wanted to ask you real quick before you go. The one thing I wanted to ask you, didn't you say you didn't really like Long Haul's transformation? Because I actually found his transformation more enjoyable than Hook's.
Is that what I said? I can't recall.
I thought that's what you did, but I could have been mistaken. Because I like after I was done reviewing, I kept messing with Long Haul. I just enjoyed the transformation. It was so simple and everything snapped together so easily. There was no, possibly bending things.
Well, I like Long Haul too because like he's got like that part where you could it has that hinge so you can see like the painted engine parts. Mm-hmm. Like there was a lot of cool stuff with him. I don't think I gave it an overall a bad I thought I said that Hook was the one that I had some issues with.
No, I might have misheard you because I thought you might have said that Hook, you liked his transformation better. I don't know. Like I said, that's why I said I wasn't sure, and that's why I wanted to ask you now.
Oh yeah, I have to rewatch my review to be honest. I don't fully recall. Yeah, like I said, apologies if I sound congested and stuff. I'm fighting a sinus thing too right now.
Yeah, with the weather we've been having. I was talking about that at the beginning of the show. Before the show with Shifty, like when I went through with the tortoise outside. Oh, yeah. What a nightmare the past couple of days have been.
Oh, man. I know. The thing is, I haven't been able to get a hold of you either because a lot of family stuff going on here on top of it. Again, apologies why I'm late. I had to do a family dinner thing in preparation for the wedding coming up this weekend. But, yeah, it is what it is, man. Thank you. Thank you, Chaos. Thanks a lot, guys. Good seeing you out there as well. Yeah, it's a crazy time, folks. It's funny. I started getting this before the weather change.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I think it was the day they reopened the government.
Hey, it's Slasher's here as well too. Coolness.
What's
up, Slasher?
Yeah, no,
but
I fucked up my back, and I just want to let these pills kick in a bit before I show up. So.
Oh, shit.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Well, I mean, I don't know if you'd be able to talk in the green room after because you might have to cut out for the video game. But it was a big thing with the turtle and everything. Yeah, always are our family first. Real quick, I'm going to hand it off to you guys. I know Shifty says he has something. Vinnie, I take you have something on the table as well today. Okay. All right. I got one commercial break, and I'm going to hand it off to these fine gentlemen. Everybody, we're going to be right back with some more toy fun. It ain't over yet. And don't forget, I made an announcement earlier. Hellman is going to be moving into retirement. All his videos have actually been filmed in advance. And tonight, later on, don't forget, we are finally getting that much-awaited naming for the new pig.
Yes.
So stick around for that. Guys, we'll be right back after this commercial break.
After these messages, we'll be right back. The Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers, robots in disguise.
Attack the Autobot commander! Call in the Decepticon leader!
Transformers, more than meets the eye.
The Transformers from Hasbro.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers, robots in disguise.
We're under attack! It's the Decepticons! Get more Autobots!
The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
The Transformers from Hasbro.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers, robots in disguise.
It's the Decepticon communicators! Get more Autobots!
The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
The Transformers from Hasbro.
Introducing the Transformers Power Cycle. You can imagine a world of adventures.
Look, they're attacking the power plants!
The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Time to transform into a robot.
The Transformers.
Miss! But I won't. Whistle away! Back to cycle mode. Hey, what kind of wheels you got? More than meets the eye.
The Transformers Power Cycle. New from Coleco.
We are conquerors. No one is like us. Only we have the right to be called by the name.
Only we have the right to wear this symbol.
Or this symbol.
Only we are Autobots and Decepticons.
Good versus evil.
And only we have the right to be called the Transformers.
To meet the eye. The Transformers, robots
Only the Transformers are real Transformers, each sold separately from Hasbro. In the world of the Transformers, nothing is what it seems. Meet the Constructicons, 6 evil robots that transform into one mechanical giant.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers,
It's Devastator! 6 Constructicons in 1!
Each sold separately.
Devastator's attacking!
The Transformers, sold separately from Hasbro.
Now, back to our program.
Love those commercials.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't remember which Transformer that one was, and I was kind of hoping it had the Constructicons in it since I did Long Haul and Hook, and it just happened to pan out perfectly. But you guys, by all means, go ahead, take it away.
Yep, hold on.
I got something later. I didn't know if anybody was going to show up to play the video, so I went ahead and opened something up. So we're going to have a live unboxing here in a little while for something I bought. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'll start this one up for you.
Shifty back with another video. If you've been keeping score, if you've been keeping up with what I've been buying and what I've been saving, last month in the great Target Circle sale of 2025 or the fall of 2025, I got this Captain America versus Venom Gamerverse 2-pack for I got that along with a Target exclusive Jawa figure. I got all that stuff for $63 and change. The Jawa usually goes for $25, and the 2-pack usually goes for $60. Got it for $63 and change. That was one heck of a deal. One heck of many deals that they've been offering here lately. But hey, they outdid themselves this past weekend because they had a sale on Hasbro figures, and then they had another buy so much stuff, get so much off deal that was stackable. I was like, man, this is crazy. So I went and took my original 2-pack back for $47. I kept the Jawa, and then I turned around and I ordered another Captain America and Venom 2-pack and another Jawa because, you got to have more than one Jawa, right? And then I added a X-Men Weapon X figure, which usually goes for $25. And I got all this stuff for $3 more than what I paid last month. So for $66 and change, I got about $110 worth of merchandise here.
Nice.
That's nuts. So thanks Target for the loot. I do appreciate it. Also,
quick question: are these sales still going on right now?
If you can find the stuff, Hasbro, the Marvel stuff, the Star Wars stuff, I think the G.I. Joe stuff, they're all on sale. The X-Men figures, like the Marvel figures, are $18 now, and I can't remember exactly what the deal was. I think it was spend 80 get or 75 get 15 off. It's not as quite as it was good as it was last month, but
right
because you're getting the savings on the Hasbro figures, you're saving a lot more money. And if you haven't spent your Target Circle deal, your coupon, whatever, where you can get 25% off one purchase, that stacks too. So I already spent that on those Batman Returns figures earlier this month. But if you still have that, you can stack that on with all the other deals, and you could potentially get like a whole bunch of crap.
So I just got to cut in real quick and say, Shifty, thanks. You told me about that pile of loot, and thanks to Vinnie as well, because you told me about the pile of loot thing, and I haven't gone to big bad toy store in forever. It's not that they didn't have good deals or anything. I just didn't see a lot of what I wanted there at the time. But then Vinnie told me that they just dropped a re-release of Breakdown for my Menosaur set. And then you told me about the pile of loot. And I said, well, since that one's in the future, I'm going to go ahead and throw that in the pile of loot and kind of secure that price now. and try to see if there's anything else I can add to it for the flat shipping.
Yeah. But you got to remember that when you put it in a pile of loot, you're actually paying for it right then and there. You're just not shipping it.
Right.
Okay. Some people don't understand that.
Okay.
They think that they think it's like, you pay later, but no, you're paying for it as soon as you add it to the pile.
Yeah, the pre-orders is you pay when it ships.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the pile of loot is you pay immediately. Gotcha.
Yeah, but at least I'm finally going to get this piece I've wanted to complete Menasor forever. And what's going on? Johnny Lawrence Gaming also in the house, man.
What's
going
Johnny?
on, man?
Yo, Johnny, what's going on? And it's every day you need to check, because at 11 a.m. every day Eastern Standard Time they have new deals.
They have sales. Yeah.
Dude, real quick. So I got something special now. Even though we're not doing this segment this week, because Shifty is not prepared for it, guys. We got it. We're gonna have a new segment as soon as Shifty's ready. But I want to show you the bumper I created for this one. Of course, this is going to be Shifty's going to be leading this segment in when we do it. But of course, everybody's going to have a chance to go ahead and add what they want to add to it. But new bumper created for this segment, because Shifty's kind of talking about it a little bit right now. So here you go, real quick.
Here you can look, browse, peek, touch, feel, taste, smell, do anything you want, take all the time you want. Nobody's going to pressure anybody around here.
You're mine!
I'll make that deal. How about you, you bitch? You make that deal?
I make that deal.
I don't blame you. Damn good deal.
You're next!
I'd buy that for $1.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Tommy, we got issues. we got some issues here. You're gonna have to edit. You're gonna have to edit that. You're gonna have to edit that. I cannot fucking stand Bill Goldberg. You got to kick him out of there.
There it is. I knew there was going to be something. There's always something with all of them.
Yeah, no, I hate him with a passion. You got to take him out. Nope.
What I'm hearing right now is I love Bill Goldberg. Can you put more of him in there?
No.
You just made a fatal flaw. This is a big mistake. You don't let Tommy know stuff like that. Now he's gonna have more Bill Goldberg everywhere. God damn.
See, now if he would have said, "I love Bill Goldberg," can you put more of him in there? I would have took him out.
Yeah. Damn it, Shifty.
Well,
you should have messaged me first.
Originally, I wasn't going to use him, but he was kind of a placeholder, because I knew I wanted used cars with Kurt Russell, and I knew I wanted to buy that for $1, but I couldn't think of anything else where they were talking about deals. So I was like, you're next, whatever. I'll just put that in for now. And what's going on, DJ Ronnie J, man? Good to see you.
Hold on. I got the perfect replacement. Just put Bret Hart in there. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. On deals.
That's not bad. Not bad.
You're welcome. All right, let's finish this one off.
I got this half off today. He's cool. He'll probably end up at Ross. I paid $12 for him. He'll probably end up at Ross for either $6 or $8. But I'm not sweating it, because you never know what Ross is going to have. The problem is, it was on clearance, and they put a sticker right above his head, and I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there it is. You see the cloudy. Yeah, I try to clean that up of everything. Vinegar, Dawn dish
Goo Gone
soap, rubbing alcohol, acetone, nail polish.
Use Goo Gone. Goo Gone will take it right off.
Yeah, I heard it works on Simps too.
Remover, non-acetone nail polish remover, Windex. Nothing would remove that cloudy spot, which sucks, because I have a figure now that I can't really display and package. They should have put the sticker down here, or better yet, on the side here somewhere, or on the bottom. Put it on the bottom. Why not on the bottom? I mean, I don't care if the cardboard gets messed up. Just don't put it anywhere that's going to be presentable. Still, though, I can't complain, because I got all these savings from Target this week. So, good stuff. Good deal.
So, I was going to say, is this based on anybody? Is there like a specific likeness on that?
Yeah, this was the guy, I think, who I only watched it once. I need to rewatch it. It was the episode of Andor where they had the big riot and I think he's the one that was on the balcony with the sniper rifle.
Okay. Oh, so all right. I didn't know if it was actually based on somebody. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know who's notorious for putting stickers over faces on packaging?
Who?
GameStop.
Oh yeah.
GameStop.
Well,
oh my God, they're terrible. At least by me, they are.
Their stickers aren't so bad.
True.
Targets is awful. I didn't know it was going to be that hard to get off, and I didn't know it was going to leave a residue like that. That is
wow.
Well, you know who's worse, Shifty?
Who?
So Ollie's have got some of the cheapest stickers, and what happens is they harden over time.
Oh no.
Yeah, those orange ones. Yeah, dude, especially off of comic books. Forget it. Some of them I just left the sticker on because it's like, forget it. Trying to take it off, you're going to ruin the entire book.
So that Weapon X figure, I'm probably going to mod him to make the pool party Wolverine at some point. I just got to get the Steve Austin and the accessories, like the beer can and the.
So you gotta go buy Steve Austin Daisy Dukes for your Wolverine figure.
I got to get I got to get the jorts. I got to get the beer can. I got to get a cigar and sunglasses. Oh, and a little towel. He has a little towel he has over his shoulder.
Oh, that's true. I might. Well, when I open it up, I'll do the review. But I saw somebody do a repaint on him, and I think I'm gonna be doing something similar. Because that Weapon X look really badass.
The extra hands, like I said, I may get a Dakin figure and put some proper claws on him.
Oh, that's
Make
cool.
a brown suit Wolverine.
There you go.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. But a little bit later on, I got something, and it wasn't supposed to be an unboxing, but like I said, I didn't know you guys were going to get here, so I went ahead and unboxed it, and I thought it was cool. I thought it was going to be a 10 out of 10, and now that I'm looking at it, I got some issues. So we'll talk about here in a little while.
Well, if you want to talk about issues, boy, do I got a doozy for you guys.
Oh boy. And Johnny, sometimes. So if you have an older toy with like an old KB toy store sticker or something like that, those, newer ones, not so much. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Vinny.
All right, you guys get ready for the worst Marvel Legend figure of the year.
Huh?
Absolute worst. Hold on, here it is.
Really?
Really.
Oh, okay.
So, yep, here we go, folks. Get ready for this one.
Hey everyone, this is Vinnie Art, former lead designer of McFarlane Toys, and I want to do a quick toy review for you guys. I did find the Magic the Gathering Spider-Man. He's in Target right now. So, happy hunting if you guys are looking for him. Again, I'm just going to do a quick review because it's pretty much the same stuff that Spider-Man always comes with. But I want to showcase the new bits that they have here. Hands are the same. I believe that web shield thing came with another version of them. But so sit tight. I don't know anything about Magic, so I can't review that aspect of it. But
how much did you get for him?
So after having opened this,
it was a day right before that sale, so he should have been 30 something, and instead he was like 42. But don't worry, it gets good here.
This guy up less than a minute
He's
later.
30 now.
Okay. Oh yeah. Apparently, yeah. But this thing is this is a doozy.
Less than a minute later, I came to the decision I am bringing this figure back. I think it's awful. All the joints are super gummy. I'm afraid to kind of move the legs. They're so bad. The drop down hips make it extra weak on top of it. And this plastic, it already feels like it's gonna start leaching. It has a really bad odor to it as well. They're using really cheap material. I think they're trying to make people sick, to be quite honest. Look how bad this head sits on him. The only way that it looks okay is if it's moving up like that. But the range on this is total trash as well.
Why is the hair in an L shape like that?
Oh, it's supposed to look like he's battle damaged, probably. Like it's all.
What did they do? Chop the bottom of his head off? It's like flat.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean from the side? The that side.
Yeah. Look at that. It looked that's stupid looking.
Yeah. Well, I popped that head on another Spider-Man, and it looks good. It's the way they did the neck joint here. It's a piece of shit, and the way that they carved out the inside of his head, it doesn't sit right at all. Not at all.
The only way that it looks okay is if it's moving up like that. But the range on this is total trash as well. There's like, you get some pivot, but it's awful. This is a terrible
You can't look
figure.
straight on or down
This
properly.
one, the retro Spider-Man from like, what is it, 5 years ago or something? This is a way better figure and uses almost the same exact body. Obviously, there's pins in this one, but this is a way better figure than this. This is fun to play with and move around. All the joints are great. They're solid. Nothing feels gummy or weird. This thing is trash. Like, yeah, the paint applications are better. I'll give them that. And toe articulation's nice, but you get that. But this figure is not going to last. This thing's going to break pretty easily, if you ask me. Awful. Bringing this one back. Guys, I would save your money, to be quite honest. This is a cash grab, and it's terrible. So, yeah, that's all I could give it on this one. This is really bad. Yeah, it's cool to have a battle damaged look, but no, not for 42, because that's what it is retail with tax. $42 for what? For a card and a figure that's gonna break and probably have like the plastic leaching, and when it gets all like wet and gummy and gross. That's what this is gonna happen. Well, that's what's gonna happen to this figure. So yeah, hard pass.
This was a massive disappointment. The Spider-Man is one of my number one characters. Batman, Spider-Man, those two guys up there for sure. I have such a passion for that character and everything. I wanted a battle damage one. I was irate with this thing. It's like, excuse me, you're using the cheapest material possible, and I swear when you open it up, it reeks. It fucking reeks. Like, this thing is definitely going to be, that plastic's going to be leaching. That is toxic material they're using on this. Absolutely toxic.
You don't think it's a smell coming from the cards, maybe?
Absolutely not. Nope.
Okay.
No. The cards by itself on the side. It's the figure itself. I told you, to the touch, it's coming off in your hands already. Because I have a couple of older figures that were like that. They use cheap plastic.
Mm-hmm.
His hips, now I understand, because this one, from what I saw, a few people are posting online, it snaps off. The ball joints snap off.
Yeah.
I didn't know why. It's because those joints are so weak, and the cheap plastic that they're using, that gummy shit, it's very brittle. So you have toxic, brittle plastic that they use to make this Spider-Man. And here's the thing.
It's just like the last Swing Spider-Man. They had tons of issues with that. The Tom Holland one, the last suit that he wore in the last film, it was breaking right out the box. The arms were snapping off the legs. I got a broken one that I bought for $3 in a $3 bin, and it had the same issue. It broke at the hip.
That's interesting.
Leg joint. Yeah,
because I have that one, and that plastic's even better than this one. That's to show you how low the quality is on something like this now, and they're charging top dollar. I mean, you're paying like prices that are close to Japanese imports and stuff.
Yeah.
For this, for a card, and that card is not worth $20. I'm sorry.
It's made in China.
China.
Yeah. So this was massively disappointing. Massively. Like the head sculpt was pretty nice. I thought it was decent. On other Spider-Man figures, it looks good. On this body, trash. Yeah. Total trash. Zero good range. It's just
Wow.
Very upsetting.
So here I have an oddball for you, though, Vinnie.
Mm-hmm.
So since you're talking about Spider-Man, so I did pick up something. You know how much I detest buying anything that may possibly even give any kind of money whatsoever to Disney. I did pick up something which I'm not 100% sure Disney actually gets anything from, but because you never know with the way movie rights and everything work. Mm-hmm. But I did get that 77 Spider-Man. So while he doesn't have the most tremendous articulation in the world, there's nothing cheap feeling about it. It feels like a very solid figure. I already kind of checked it out a little bit before the review. So yeah, that one looks pretty cool. I'll be getting that one in the next couple weeks. I'll get that one up. But awesome. that one actually looks decent.
I'm happy to hear that. Because like I said, man, this thing broke my heart. I was so excited. I'm like, you know what? And then I saw like that there was that deal. So I was like, if he was decent enough, I was going to bring him back to get like the discount on it, so I get some money back. But I'm like, no, I'm bringing the figure back entirely. I was so pissed off and so disappointed. And even the butterfly joints, when you move the right one all the way, I forgot to show it. You could see the R that's carved in to the to say, oh, this goes onto the right side of the body. You're like, are you kidding me? You couldn't even shave that off? It's like, I don't know, man. Trash bro all the way. It really is trash.
Yeah,
so
absolutely, Johnny. You can return a lot of these figures. A lot of people get a little, they get a little funny about returning figures. But yeah, but most of these things you can return. I've had a few where I've had things right out of the box that were falling apart. And Gap said same thing is something very similar. He said he just opened 2 Star Wars figures for Revenge of the Sith that were a set that were worth much more, but they were all sticky and they smelled like crap.
Oh, that sucks. And it's a shame, man. Because again, you have something that could potentially be great, and here's the thing, because it uses that similar body to the retro one from like five years ago. They just changed it so it's more seamless. There's no pins in it, but the drop down hips were the same. So if they used the better plastic that they used from 5 years ago on this figure, he would have been great. But because of those problems, like, I don't want to figure that in a couple of years, not even maybe 6 months, he's going to start like leaking onto the other figures that you have, or, it's like you got toxic material sitting there.
Yeah. There's definitely quality control at Hasbro. They need to look into. I actually cracked open my Venom in that 2-pack today or yesterday because I had 2 of them in front of me because I ordered the extra one, I returned it, but I was swapping some parts out because I had some paint issues with the one I was going to keep, so I swapped some stuff out, and I pulled that Venom out, and that thing is tighter than sin. I'm going to have to just get a heat gun or something and just go to town on that sucker because none of the legs would move. The diaphragm fucking sucks. It just won't move at all. It's just, man, I'm just like, every time I pull one of these figures out, I'm like kind of shocked at the quality. I mean, they look cool, but once you get them, actually you're moving around with them. I'm like,
the QC issues, it's going to vary because I'll be honest, like that's one of the ones I have reviewed as well. Venom, his upper thighs,
I can
very, very tricky. I got him to turn, but it was kind of scary at first.
Yeah, I'm going to have to heat those up before I even try because I don't want to break these things. I spent too much money. Well, I didn't spend too much money on these because I got a good deal, but I mean, man.
Johnny, I have checked, and some of the Goodwills that you might find some stuff, but I mean, a lot of these places now, they've become hip to the game, and they've got online stores that they're selling them on now. All the good stuff, a lot of them.
Goodwill has been taken over by people who are hip to the game, and they have their own video game stores now, to where they ship all the good stuff that people turn in to their game store, and you're not going to find great stuff there. If you want to find good stuff, go to Salvation Army or go to just go to your local non-branded or not your mom and pop thrift stores. That's where you're going to find the good stuff, because they got Goodwills everywhere now. It's just a machine, and they know what people are looking for, and they send it into like the main headquarters, and then they sell it online or at their specialty stores.
Nice. Well, I got another really cool one. This one's longer, so we got one really bad one. Hold on a second. And here, I'll show you the good one. And this is a bigger review. This one I filmed a week and a half ago, I think. But yeah, this one's definitely worth checking out.
Oh shit!
Oh shit is right.
Shit.
So here is one of my favorite X-Men villains of all time, the Juggernaut. This is the Game Reverse version, and I'm going to be reviewing him today. For all those who don't know, I'm Vinnie Mella, former lead designer McFarlane Toys.
I thought you
and
were
we're gonna do
broke.
an awesome unboxing and review on
Oh, I
this
is.
beast of a figure.
I had to sell some shit, move some things around.
The Game Reverse logos, no Capcom stuff because they're not going to pay Capcom. This is just a Marvel license. So sneaky.
Man, Silver Samurai. I didn't even notice that in the back of the box.
Yeah.
There's some pixel art background there, and let's see the other side. Show the figure and the pixel art. But enough of the box. You guys want to see the figure?
That box is it's pretty heavy, man.
In 2 pounds.
Yeah, it is.
That's right, the unstoppable juggernaut.
Yeah, so it's 9 inches and 2 pounds.
Hello, ladies. So here's the juggernaut out of the package and looking badass. This piece is killer, absolutely killer. I mean, the size of this thing. Yeah, I've seen some people with their reviews. They got some minor gripes here and there. But overall, this guy is impressive. I like the texturing on the abdominal area. He's got
Did you have to
matte,
heat up the diaphragm?
kind of all over the
Nope.
rest of them.
What the fuck?
Pretty nice.
I think a lot of people are over exaggerating.
Look at his back.
I've seen people that could
Yeah,
not
this is
pose
a
it. They always
massive
bounce it
figure.
back.
That's just the way the joint is. I've seen someone remove it.
The boob.
It's fine. It's a solid
Like the
peg that's in there.
articulation.
It's
I'll break down all the.
there's like a bracer that's in it that goes up to the bowl joint.
There's the face.
Oh, okay.
And it's like a separate piece that was sculpted and then it's pinned and glued. So you can't see a face. Like you can't take off the helmet to see a face, but there is something that is sculpted in there all the way.
Yeah, he's a juice pig for sure.
So that's pretty neat. And you get some vein work on the shoulders. You know, I believe all these could come off, all these brown kind of straps and stuff. Even off the fist. So you could take off the brown piece on his hand and snap on this effect, this attack effect, which I think looks pretty cool. Nicely done. Inside of that.
He's one of my favorite villains. I was not going to pass up on
Either
this
side of his
thing.
hand. Speaking of hands, he does come with an alternate set.
I kind of
Pretty
wish
nice.
I got the Diamond Select one too.
Really well sculpted.
Yeah, that one looks nice. There's another one that's a bootleg I've seen where it uses
seem very
the Incredible
common,
Hulk body.
I haven't swapped them yet.
Not bad looking, to be honest, but I heard it's
Looking
super
really
toxic
good.
plastic because it's
Yeah,
you
overall,
ship
like
fine.
again, the aesthetic of this is really great. I love the Capcom kind of cartoon video game style. Like it is really nice. Get a better look in there. You can see there's a nice job at the paint as well. There's some texturing on that. Well, the paint on the eye rather, and the teeth. Super clean, super clean. I know some people have griped about his chest looking kind of small with the butterfly joint thing, but it's fine. I can't stand when people get too nitpicky over certain things. But again, it looks like the game, and that's what you want. You know, it looks like the Capcom game. Sorry, it's so big right now. I'm doing it handheld, but like, look, the chest looks fine when it's closed like that. It's when the butterfly joint is being utilized. Yeah, it's gonna look a little different, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. I might paint the rivets though. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, overall, beautiful looking piece. I'll do the articulation for you as well. So for articulation, he does have his head turns. It goes up and down slightly, not much. He's got obviously the butterfly joints. You could get a little bit further back, but I don't want to press it too much right now, especially that it's brand new. He does have the shoulder joints. Be mindful here though, but you get some scraping on that shoulder.
Yeah.
He does have like bicep rotation because it's a single joint. So it moves independently. He's got the wrist rotation here as well. He goes back.
The scrape
really
on that
far.
shoulder is straight out the box because mine has it. I haven't even
Yeah.
took it out the box and I have it.
Yeah, it's a shame where they couldn't. That for engineering purposes, they should have smoothed that out. You know, on the early stages of it.
Crunches forward a pretty decent amount, considering how big he is. He does have that twist here. I know a lot of people complain like it springs back. It's fine. It's a solid joint. I've had figures like that in the past that had a lot of weight on the top that does stuff like that. I don't know why this hip looks like it's too far out in comparison to the left side. I don't know, but it's all right. Movement's pretty decent on that. He's got upper thigh rotation. He's got single bend at the knee. I wish this was carved out a little bit more so that he could get more movement back there. No boot swivel, but he does have the rocker on the bottom there, the toe articulation. It does move up and down as well. Hold on, he's so heavy. There we go. I'll show you with this one. Pointed down like that, or up like that. Not too bad. Again, he's a very thick figure, so yeah, you're gonna have a figure that's a little bit more limited than your regular 6 to 7 inch figure. That's for sure. And he's about, I think, 8.5 to 9 inches. Yeah, this is a very massive Marvel Legends figure. And to show you a comparison, the Wolverine next to him, so you could see, yeah, there is a pretty big height difference there. I think they look pretty damn awesome together.
Nice.
Here's another cool shot. I like that alternate hand like that. I just like picking up these characters all gingerly. Yeah, that's Jada Toys Chun-Li. Action sequence here, as if he's going to be throwing Chun-Li at Wolverine.
So even with some limitations in articulation, I mean, you could still get awesome poses out of this thing.
Some more fun posing. Just like bitch slap on Wolverine. Pretty cool stuff though. And here he is with She-Hulk. I think they once had them together in the comic books too, if I remember correctly. Yeah, she's a cool piece. And just for some size comparison.
Thanks, RR.
We got a couple of figures here. We got the Fantastic Four She-Hulk, Jada Toys, Chun-Li. We got the Capcom versus Wolverine. And we have the Secret Wars, Captain America. Just to kind of show you what they look like. A little bit of height difference there. But I gotta say, first score on him, I could go about 8.5 to a 9. He is one of my favorite villains, so I might be a little bit biased on that end. But if articulation was a little bit better, yeah, he could have been like a 9.5. But overall, I still love that thing. He is a massive piece. I do wish the ball joints were a little bit better, and his legs were a little bit unsightly. Like if you've seen the Incredible Hulk figures, the anniversary ones, the Gray Hulk, that has a better aesthetic to it, and they have more movement than what they did here with these kind of weird upper thigh muscles, because they hit his hip area, and that kind of limits a lot of his motion. Again, there's small things that they could have done to really fix it. The ankles and the feet are fine. A boot swivel would have been great, you know. Some little things here and there, but overall, for a massive figure like that, and probably one of the best X-Men villains, yeah, he gets a pretty high score. I could do about 8.5. Yeah, 8.5 is pretty fair, I think. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Remember to hit like and subscribe. More coming at you soon.
And I got some pretty cool animation on here too.
Here's one more size comparison. We got the Gray Hulk And Juggernaut. Yeah, he's a pretty big figure to begin with too, so not too bad.
Yeah, but you see how they did his crotch area and the legs? Like, they could have done something like that for Juggernaut.
Mm-hmm.
It looks better.
It's a little bit better for height and scale. You're getting killer pieces.
You didn't want none of that.
Right?
Fuck your pipe.
This one was cool.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Be sure to pick up my Volume 3 art
There
book
you
as
go,
well.
folks.
This thing.
Hope you enjoyed that one. Sorry it was a little bit long.
That's pretty cool. And I know what you're saying about some of the larger figures too, because I have the Joe Fix-It Hulk, which is a larger figure, and then I had that one from NECA, the what the hell was his name? Not Zog, something weird like that. That big Triceraton guy. And for a very large figure from NECA, he had tons of movement too. Like he had a lot more movement than I thought he was going to have. So I mean, there was definitely a few things they could have did better, but I mean, overall, still not bad looking. But yeah, I could see where that pin that they did for the leg joint, it's a little bit off. Like they didn't get the dimensions right for that at all.
Yeah, that bummed me out a little bit, but still, I mean, as he's posed on the shelf and stuff, he still looks incredible. But yeah, they needed to fix some things for sure.
Definitely wanted a better. But definitely wanted a better Juggernauts that they've done recently.
Oh yeah, and again, his plastic's really good. It's not that cheap gummy shit. So again, goes a long way when they do it right.
Absolutely.
Thanks, RR.
Slasher, did you have anything this week or?
No, I got nothing this week.
Okay, no worries. I guess I'll go again. Cool. So I got a couple things here, and then I'll pass it back over. I'm going to save my very last one for towards the end of the show. But yeah, man, toy break time. We got a returning figure, even though it's technically not the same figure. It's a return of a character. The catch more shots in the face. On today's toy break, I know we only did it a couple weeks ago with the Death of Cheetor, but we're going to have the Death of Cheetor Part 2. Picked this one up at Ross. Pretty damn cheap. This one was $4.99. It's a little bit one of the larger figures from the Rise of the Beast. Now, take a quick look at it. There's not a whole lot to say about this damn thing. There is no real movement on this thing there. So this thing is really goofy as shit. It's on like these rubber bands, so you just kind of supposed to fold it around like this. God, that's a cheetah form. That is the most ridiculous looking thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, this guy's dead meat. And now we are about to say goodbye to Cheetor. Hopefully. Let's go ahead and try to get this one done. I think I'm going to go for a semi-auto at first. To be honest, didn't see a lot of damage with those first two shots. We'll keep going. Oh, there goes a leg. There goes the other leg. Oh, that was a good shot. Transformed them. Partially. This time we're going to get close and we're going to do a full clip of full auto. Just going to try to finish out what's left of the CO2 on this guy with full auto. Just not overly impressed with the amount of hitting on this power. As far as Cheetor number 2, he's pretty much survived. A couple broken limbs, but other than that, nothing discernible as far as damage. we're going to have to upgrade to heavier artillery, and then we'll come back for a cheat tour then. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to come back when I have an upgraded arsenal for it. That unfortunately, I was saying earlier when I did the M1 review, it just doesn't have the power I was hoping it would have. And what's going on, Happy? And yeah, RR, yeah, the full auto does send them flying. He went flying through the air, but it just didn't do no damage. God, what an absolutely retarded figure, though. Like, oh, I knew it was going to be bad, but I thought it would have been slightly better than that. It's such a cheap ass figure, flex transformed figure, like garbage. Oh man, I can't imagine people are actually buying that thing.
No.
It was just terrible, just absolutely terrible.
It's the Shity of Transformer figures.
It is. Oh God, there was a whole bunch of them sitting there, and I was like, okay, it's only $5. This is a good, let's take it outside and shoot it figure. So, I mean, those are the ones I usually look for anyway. No problem, Happy, no problem. It's good to see you. What's with YouTube deleting my last comment? Yeah, they've been doing it again, man. They just can't stop Soul Assassin. And in case I didn't say it earlier, man, what's going on? But yeah, man, just what a mess. I'm going to come back to him. I'm going to get a better gun. And then we're going to go round 2 with Cheetor. And we're going to take him out. Hopefully, when I'm done with him, I'll be adding another toy head to the collection. I'm doing like the Predator shit. Like when I kill these things, I try to salvage the head. I'm going to string it up somewhere. He did look bad in animal form. Oh, God, it was horrible. And, like, there's no movement. The arms don't move, the legs. Nothing moves on it. No head movement, nothing at all. It's just garbage. Like, even $5, I think it's overpriced for it. A couple of Roman candles. Nah, actually, believe it or not, some of these toys, like even the M80s, didn't do shit. Have a good one, Happy. Even the M80s didn't do shit to some of these figures. Like, while they're cheap garbage toys, the plastic that they use on some of the cheap garbage toys are better than some of the more expensive figures, which is kind of hilarious. So I will be testing that theory soon. So I got one that's like a mid-class Transformer, like dirt cheap at Ollie's. It's normally a $25 figure. I'm going to test out the durability of that compared to these cheaper, like real kitty toys that they're putting out, almost like play school toys. I'm going to test the durability of that with that M1, and then, yeah, hopefully by then I have heavier artillery, so if it survives that, I'll take some shots with a higher power BB gun, try to put it out of its misery. I mean, if I can get these things cheap enough and it's not, breaking the bank, I'm going to take some shots and just see what the hell they're really charging us for. I mean, they should be high quality. Should be able to stand up to rough play, at least a little bit of it, but sometimes they don't. But we're going to get into the next part over here, and we're going to be doing a pigmation, adding heads to the Toad Beast collection. You're damn right. You're damn right. Got to have fun with these things. What'd you say? Don't get me started on Predator first whack. I have no interest in it. I didn't have interest in the last one either. And then against my better judgment, so you got to watch Prey. You got to watch Prey. And I watched it, and I thought it was a pile of garbage. That is a theory I heard. Hasbro is going to cheap more figures, and they're overpricing too. Yeah, I hated Prey. Did not like it at all. Nope.
Yeah.
It's everybody had different opinions on it. I've heard people say they thought it was pretty good. I didn't like it. I didn't do it for me. But
it's fine.
We got a pigmation, and that's going to lead into this week's Toy Spotlight. And Toy Spotlight is going to be the naming of the new pig. Finally here at last. But let's start off with the pigmation. A little bit of a hint in this one.
We are the Guinea Pig Collective. All will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
That was awesome.
You like that one?
That was cool.
I need to see that again. That
Yeah, play it again.
All right.
We are the Guinea Pig Collective. All will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
when the car drives up the tail, that I lost it. That was great. That was wonderful.
Well, I was trying to think of doing something different with them besides just like blasters and everything else. So I mean, it's going to get in the spotlight of who that character is. But yeah, as soon as I seen those, I was like, yeah, that's going to work. What's going on, Anthony? Gap, you have a good one, buddy, man. Thanks for hanging out with us for as long as you did. Hope you had fun watching this stuff.
That might be the best one you've done so far. That was really fun.
He was defending Pipes' honor.
Yeah, man. Pipes got absolutely trashed. But that leads into the spotlight, and that's pig naming time. So here we go with tonight's spotlight. So today is name day. We're finally going to announce this guy's name, aren't we? And his name is Windcharger. Yeah, that's you, buddy.
Windcharger.
With our naming video in place, of course, this leads into today's toy spotlight, and we will be talking about Windcharger, the toy. This one is not in perfect shape. This one's actually missing the wheel off the front end. Otherwise, the joint's a little loose, but let's get into it. So originally, Windcharger, before he was released as Windcharger, was released in 1983 under Takar's Microchains line and was listed simply as 06 Trans Am. Of course, Windcharger being based off that Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. Of course, he was originally a super deformed car like all the mini cars were. Because Windcharger was a red Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, he was one of the ones that was sought after. Now, the original toy does have this ability to kind of slide these arms downwards like that, which in later models, if you can get this guy to stand, which in later models you no longer seen. So his function, Windcharger is a warrior. Quick action equals quick victory.
Optimus Prime sent us back when we lost contact.
Continuing with our 1985 version that came with a heat sticker, Windcharger is the fastest Autobot over short distances. Good in situations requiring fast, decisive action. Enthusiastic but impatient. Short attention span. Casts powerful magnetic field which can attract or repel large metal objects. Continuing on with our in between 2002 to 2007 re-release of Windcharger with the keychain and of course not sporting any color on his face plate whatsoever. These abilities use up tremendous energy and he often burns himself out due to carelessness. Windcharger was one of those characters that did not appear very often in either the comics or the cartoon, but was still shown in Transformers the movie, unfortunately as a dead body. Guys, that is our end of our spotlight and our naming of Windcharger. We hope that you enjoyed this one. One last thing on Windcharger here, as you can see with the 84 release, going over to the yellow ones, the color on Windcharger gets a little bit darker throughout the years.
Oh,
awesome little guy.
Yeah.
There we go.
Perfect name, dude.
It is. He does have a short attention span, and he does that like he starts doing. I like to call it the running rat when the guinea pigs start running like that. And this guy will take off flying like it's ridiculous, and he will just zoom around for a couple minutes.
Oh yeah!
Thanks, RR. Yeah, we do. We have another pig with a short attention span.
Nice.
He's hilarious, though. I caught him earlier. He was just staring at me. I was watching something. I said something to him, and he just stopped and looked at me like, "Really? I am so disappointed in you, Daddy. What the hell?" Like, he stared at me for a good 2 minutes.
No shit.
Yeah, right. He looks like in a raptor cage of Jurassic Park. Welcome to the collective, Windcharger. Yeah, and as I said earlier in the show, Helmet's going to be moving in retirement. That's why I've got all his things filmed in advance. And yeah, yes, that was the new pick. That's Windcharger. Helmet's going to be moving into retirement, and Windcharger's going to be taking over the role as the Transformer and Sci-Fi pick. So Helmet's getting older. He's starting to have some issues like Cliff Jumper did, where he's getting a little bit like disoriented and stuff like that. So I don't want to make it any rougher on the old guy. It needs to be. I mean, he'll be turning 5 next month, so he's an elder statesman now of the collective.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there we go with all that. I got one thing at the very end of the show. So if you guys have anything else that you wanted to talk about, or if you had something else to show, by all means, now's the time.
I do have I got a retro thing here. Hold on. Come on, open up. I saw some more of those old retro GI Joes that they're kind of doing like newer versions of the 3 3/4.
Oh, the reflection.
Are they the? Yeah, I was going to say the Super 7 or.
No, I think the regular Hasbro ones, right?
Oh,
or is it Super? I don't know. What? Who's doing these?
That's Super 7. I can tell just
okay.
by the way the figure. Yeah, by the way the joints are on the figure. That's Super 7.
Okay, yeah, these are pretty neat.
Actually, look at the bottom. You can see the reaction logo down there.
Okay, you're right.
Taking a look at these figures, and yeah, the little retro ones are pretty sweet. Arctic version. Got a couple more as well. Oh no.
I hate the price on them.
Pretty cool. And I just saw some retro Superman.
The price on those though, $8.
Pretty neat.
Yeah. These were $8.
$7.99 for these. Let's see what the back looks like.
That's more reasonable than what they normally are.
Yeah.
But these are all I'm not sure. Oh no, we got Luther's there. General Zod. Sweet. In Target, taking a look at these figures, and yeah, a little.
Yeah, I missed the price on these though. But
I think
still
about
really
20.
They're nice.
Yeah, I think they just upped the price on this because I know the Superman ones. When I was looking at them, I think they were sitting somewhere around like 22 to 24, and I'm pretty sure that's where these ones are sitting now. They used to be at like $19.99, but then they upped the prices again.
Well, the Supermans were $7.99.
Yeah.
But the ones with like Jor-El and all that, like the old movie.
Yeah.
$8.
Because while I was looking at Target, they had like a price of 20 something on them.
Yeah, well,
that's where I was at. I was at Target. I showed it on there.
Yeah, they probably had them on the wrong peg, which is common at Target.
What, the Superman ones?
Tommy said that he saw them for 20. They were probably on the wrong peg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have been.
Yeah, while some of those reaction ones are kind of cool, not all of them are all that great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's double checking. Yeah, it's $7.99.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That makes a little bit more sense because those ones are just like. But then again, they're like the old Kenner Star Wars. But I've seen some of those Kenner Star Wars style figures that they've sold for over $20. Like they do it with the specialty ones, like they were doing Return of the Living Dead. The Mars tax ones that I have, they were all sitting at $20 a piece.
Yes. What they? I think they had the girls from the Shining, the twins. Yeah, they were going for like $20 or something too. I know. There was one my brother was gonna get, and he didn't realize it. He checked it afterwards, and then figured it was going for like big money online. I forgot which one it was. One of the female horror ones.
Yeah, I think they also did some Batman ones that were similarly priced for like $8.
Okay.
Wait, did they do the Batman Returns ones?
Like that in that style?
Well, they had some Batman Returns ones out. No, they did. They released some Batman '89 figures. That's what it was recently.
Yeah, that wasn't Super 7 though. I want to say that was like Kenner or something. I remember seeing them.
Or Spin Masters.
Yeah, maybe it was them.
Yeah.
The craziest things I think I've seen are the returns at Walmart. Soul Assassin. Yeah, I showed a couple of those. Those are wild. People are like opening up figures that are like in the retro packaging that, it's not really like resealable, and they reseal them with different figures entirely.
I still think the craziest one is that talking figure that you showed that one time, like the devil figure. I can't remember what it was, but it was
bizarre. Yeah.
Yeah. I never saw
those things. Yeah, those things are really weird. They were in the same aisle that had the Super Mario Brothers stuff.
Oh, okay.
By the way, rest in peace. The creator of Mario, he passed away this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks, but I know they dropped a new trailer for the new movie. That looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I never even seen the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
It is all right. It could have been better.
I see. They also talked about Five Nights at Freddy's. They're doing another one of them too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming out next month.
Still never seen that one either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with them. Like I never watched that or played the game or whatever it was.
No, Miyamoto. It was a different guy. I forgot his name, but it wasn't Miyamoto. No, he's still kicking. Now there was a long-standing joke every April Fools on Giant Bomb or on some places on the internet they would say that Miyamoto had passed, but no, he's still fine. He's okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
What the hell was the guy?
Yeah, I'd seen that thing all over Twitter earlier, and I couldn't tell you offhand.
It's like Sagittaro Watararu or something. I don't know.
Something.
It's
Japanese.
Yeah, it's a Japanese name.
It's something that Shifty can't pronounce.
Yeah, right.
So,
go ahead.
So you want me to do my thing here?
What you got?
What I got? Oh, okay. I need to let's see. Turn that on. Okay. And I need it in Bicken. There we go. So
you got the Colossus.
Yeah, I got the Colossus, and I the guy that at GameStop probably hates me because they're having a buy two get one free sale on statues, and I was pestering him about how it actually rings up. Because most stores like Target and Best Buy, when they do buy two, get one free, the third one isn't technically free. What they do, they split the cost on the 3 items, and you can return 2 items you don't want and get the third item for like a cheaper price because it spreads the cost over the 3. And I was like, "Can we do this? Can we try it?" He said, "Okay." So we tried it, and I bought them, and then I started doing the returns. And when we got to the third figure to figure it out, it locked out the register in the system, and we completely screwed the whole computer system up. And it took him forever to get it situated because he couldn't give him my money back, couldn't give him a figure, and I think I kind of pissed him off. But I was like, because at one point we figured out that the free figure I could get money back on to where they would be giving me $30 for a statue that they shouldn't be, giving me money for it. It was weird. The whole thing was weird, but I finally got it. And I actually got it for $24. I don't know how that happened because I didn't have that much in the way of points and stuff, but yeah, I got him for $24. He's originally going for $33, even with the discount. He's cool. The package is real cool. But see, I didn't think you guys was going to show up. So I opened them up, and in the box, when you put them in the box, here's a little backdrop. It's this little X-Men thing here, and you sit right here, and it looks cool. But he's sitting like this in the box, and he looks nice. He looks awesome. But when you get him out the box, you sit him down. He's hunched over like that Jason figure I got last week. So if you're going to put him, anywhere, you can't just put him on like your desk. You got to put him on a shelf high up because he's got to be, he's hunched over, like, you got to have him set him up somewhere high. He's really sturdy. I mean, the plastic on this is really nice and just thick. Just a great figure, great sculpt, but there is some issues around the neck. I can't really. It's some sloppiness around the neck. I think I would have added little blue highlights to the hair because when he's in the armored form, he has a little bit of blue shiny stuff, on his hair though. But man, nice statue. It's going to look really nice next to the Storm I got. I kind of want to do a dark wash on the suit to make the folds and the muscles pop out a little bit. But
do you have one of the Marvel Legends nearby that you could put next to him, like for scale?
No, I don't have any opened up. I don't. But
even if it's not open, if you just get like the Weapon X, just to kind of.
I'd have to go get one.
Okay.
He is a little bit oversized, I think. Like if he was standing straight tall up, he would be probably maybe close to the size of the Juggernaut, probably.
Okay.
Which, I mean, he kind of is, but he's like a few feet shorter. But yeah, he looks really nice.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like what 7'2" when he's in that mode, and when he's all metal, isn't he?
I think he's supposed to be like 8 feet actually in that mode.
Oh, is it 8? Because I know, like the regular, Colossus, the human version, he's like 6'6".
Yeah,
and I know when he turns metal like that, he's supposed to grow.
Yeah, the base. I don't know why, but it's sticking up here like that. It would look better if it was just flat. Because I don't know if this is supposed to. Yeah, I don't know if this is supposed to interlock with another one or something. Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I don't know if those. I'm trying.
But here's the issue. Here's the big issue. Well, I mean, look at that. It's based on the art of Jim Lee right there.
Yeah, which is squatting down.
Why is he squatting? I mean, look.
Listen, Jim wanted him to look like he's pooping.
No, he's looking face forward, but the way that McFarlane did it, he's looking downward. I mean, that kind of pisses me off because if he was looking like that, I wouldn't have to put him up on a shelf. I could like put him on a desk or something. That's
or I think you're right. I think he is supposed to be 7'5". I'm almost positive. And what's going on, Janet?
We meet in the middle.
What's up?
I mean, it would help if you could at least turn like at the thighs to where you could move them up. But yeah, just like Jason, like I'm gonna have to put him next to Jason on the shelf because they're all hunched over. That sucks. At least Storm, she's straight up and all, but yeah. And like
would you be able to put something like under that base to prop it up on an angle?
Maybe,
or would he topple over?
He's gonna be. I don't know. It's gonna be looking weird.
The problem with that is because the problem with that, the way the foot is molded, Vinny.
Yeah,
he's not going to be sitting flat on that foot.
Right.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you got a shelf, I mean, he'll look fine. I like I said before, I would love to get the Cyclops, the Wolverine, the first Wolverine and the Magneto, but they have the cell shaded comic book stuff all over them. I don't know if I can take it off like I did those McFarlanes I worked on. If I can find one for cheap, I'll definitely try to see if I can mess around with it. But I mean, they're hard to find. They're hard to find, and
They
they're
are.
a little bit pricey. Unless I can, find something at Best Buy, but they're phasing their figures out. So yeah, but solid purchase even for 33. Like I said, I got it for 24, but for 33, I think it's still worth it. And these guys, the only place I've seen him is at GameStop.
He might be an exclusive to that store, I think.
Maybe. I really would like to get that Silver Surfer. I saw him at several of the Walmarts I was in, but
the big one, right?
Yeah, he's $50. I don't know if I want to drop that on him. But seeing how great the plastic is on these, I might consider it. I might. There's also one of the big Venoms. And I don't even like Venom, but one of the big Venoms, he looks really nice too. But Todd's knocking it out of the park with these.
They're looking great. Now, like you said, I hope that they do make them interlocking because, like, if you have the Rogue, you get the Gambit, Psylocke, those are awesome characters, and they will look amazing together.
Well, if you remember the old Marvel Legends figures, the ones that came in the big plastic box, a lot of those ones for the X-Men all had the Sentinel pieces, and I think you could almost make those partially connect, or at least line them up so they look like they would connect. So maybe they'll do something like that with this.
All of them. Like the battle damage shit.
Yeah.
Well, they had like Sentinel bodies, Sentinel body like diorama bases that you could stand them up on. And it looked like they all kind of
partially into the floor or something.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
I had the Toy Biz Rhino, the first Marvel Legend that he had. And he came with a big old piece of street. It looked a lot like this, and it had the lamppost sticking out and everything.
Oh yeah,
it was really nice. Yeah, they were. But man, I can't wait to see how Psylocke looks if they continue with this. Rogue's going to be hard to find because everybody wants to snatch up her. But
Beast is out.
Well, see, he was. But even on the website on GameStop, he's unavailable. He's on the web. You can't find him now.
I saw him at Target. I saw that one at Target. Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I thought I filmed it on one of the shorts. I can't remember if I showed it yet.
But so I got Colossus, and that's all I gotta say about that.
That's good stuff, though.
Yep.
That was awesome. Vinny, anything else, or is that it?
Wait! I got the Beast. If you wanted to see it, because some of them I think I made them go live, so I forgot if I shown them or not on the stream. I might not have. So yeah, they had like the larger blade,
Pretty cool.
and he's got the red stick.
Nicely done.
Did a pretty nice job on that.
Yeah, this one's got a red sticker too.
There's Iceman down here.
Yeah, that Iceman's too blue.
Yeah, and his legs are so
His
long.
legs are like super long. Proportions are so off. This is classic.
But he's not in proper scale though. I think he's a larger one as well.
I wish I got that Marvel Legends Angel.
This is kind of
same. I'm pissed I didn't get him either.
Also got the
here's the one that's in scale with the with Colossus.
Does he have the comic book shading, or is it?
He has some paintwork in there. It's not the comic book shading, but they did put some kind of it looks like dry brush. Maybe the blue is dry brush. Yeah, I think he's molded in the darker color, and then they did like a dry brush of the lighter blue on top.
I wish I could find him on the website, but they don't have. All we got is like Thor's and Spider-Man's in mine.
You have the character facing forward.
Yeah, but I mean, they got like the old, like the smaller version of the Captain America, like kind of running with his shield. What else did they have? I'm trying to think. I think a couple Spider-Mans for sure.
Kind of pissed.
I mean, what
the Colossus?
F was Todd thinking in putting all that comic book shading on those original ones? He's got to re-release them.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that Wolverine was such a nice looking figure, and it was ruined. Like a little kid walked over with a black Sharpie.
Yeah, I mean, they got the new ones out. What? I don't understand it.
That's a damn good question.
Well, at least he's listening to people because he quit doing it. It's just like the him, taking away the wires and the capes. He's putting them back in now, so he's listening to people.
Yeah, but I mean, look, he's listening at the point where he's, a lot of he's like losing people. And what's going on, Katie?
What's up? Good seeing you, Katie.
He hasn't lost me yet. Not yet.
Hey, he was sitting on top of the world, and he waits to like things are like crashing before he starts to listen. List like some of these other companies. Yeah. Like damn bank is gonna loan you money when you no longer in debt.
Right. Oh, I don't know if Tommy, if you've seen this one yet. This was very tempting, but I couldn't because, like, again, I already spent this week. But Ninja was at the store, and man, did he look good.
And I just saw this cool piece. Ninja. That looks really good.
Yeah, for the new Eternia line.
Artwork is badass. Pretty cool.
I don't know. I like that Skeletor one you were showing before.
Oh, the vintage one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that one looked damn good. That was at Walmart. Yeah. Yeah. Again, still pretty cool though. I like what they were doing. Like I like the ninja characters I like, but what I saw like the paint job and everything in person, that thing looked very tempting. But again, it's too much money going out the window.
I almost bought a 1, 2, 3 kid figure today, but I was like, I can't spend any more money.
You got up to 2 and then dropped it.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Hey, welcome back, Happy. RR says Ninja looks good. So I got one more thing for y'all before we get ready to get out of here. And I will say, like Shifty's been talking about, Vinnie's been talking about it, and I'm telling you too. If you want to find stuff, look at Big Bad Toy Store and check out their deals. Every day, a different set of deals. So they're putting some really good stuff out there.
They really are.
Oh, you got one more? Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was pulling up because you had mentioned the Skeletor. It's in this one.
Runmark looks pretty good.
This thing I really wanted, but again, I already spent. Because I don't have Runmark.
These guys are pretty neat.
Those are really nice, but they're too expensive. $60. Come on. And this thing I think was like 48, I think. Something like that.
Not bad.
Yeah, I was trying to look for the scavenger. It was not there.
They're using really cheap gummy plastic.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anybody has it in stock right now.
I'm thinking one of the Walmart that might. I'm gonna have
this
to check
looks
later.
pretty good. I don't know who Coral is.
That one's nice. I think that's the Baroness body that came with the Raptor, like parts of it, or the main part. They changed the legs, obviously, or the feet. She's got high
Yeah,
heels.
that's the Baroness body that's in that Raptor set. They just repainted it and added some stuff. Falcon looks pretty good. Okay, this
Yeah, there he is.
There he is, man. That thing looks incredible. I want that to match up with that He-Man that I have.
I know, dude. I'm almost looking at it.
The vintage collection. That is a nice Skeletor.
And they even did like the bright packaging on the back, just like the original ones.
Yep.
Oh man.
Oh, I got something I'll be showing off in a little while.
Yeah, so there you go.
And then Runabout and Runamuck, both excellent figures. Awesome,
Nice.
Happy. It was dynamite.
Yep. You know what's not dynamite?
What's
Ross. I've struck out at Ross like the last 2 trips. I don't know. They got a ton of stuff. They got like 3 big tables full of stuff. They got a huge amount of stuff on the shelves. Both girls and boys. I mean, they got a massive amount of toys, but it seems like the only thing they're stocking stuff for the holidays is kids. What the who stocks stuff for kids at the holidays? Where's all the collector figures? Where's all these stuff that I see online? Man, I don't. Man, I'm cutting back on.
Take it easy, Shifty.
I am.
He's getting mad.
I think next time he goes in there, he doesn't see the figures he wants. He's going to flip all those tables filled with the little kids' toys.
There's going to be a news report on them. We're standing outside of our local Ross's, where a collector that sometimes goes under the YouTube handle of beep 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 was found inside trashing the place and beating up employees because he couldn't find the figure that he was looking for. More as this unfolds.
Like, man, if I mean, I'd like to get that Doctor Strange 2-pack. I'd like to get that Earl Sinclair dinosaur figure. I'd like to get, there's something else there. I mean, at least, I wish they would get some more of the Star Wars Hot Wheels in, because I'm like, man, I got like 14 of those stacked up in the other room, and I'm like, I got to keep on with this collection, and they got me hooked. But now that they're not putting any more out, I don't know what's going on.
Let it out, Shifty. Let out all your toy collector rage.
It's all freaking Pokemon and Dragon Ball shit and anime shit and this and that, and I don't like none of that stuff. Well, why they got all that crap? I mean,
There's that one gift where the little guy's like blowing his top off in rage. That's going to be Shifty in a local Ross one day.
No, I get it. They got to have stuff for the kids, but dang it, they got so much stuff out. You would think that they would have some stuff.
Look at last year. Like, even around this time last year, Ross was like loaded to the gills with all kinds of cool shit. Mm-hmm. And many of us didn't have the money to really go snagging shit up. So
they still are, but they're not in my area. I mean, I'm seeing videos left and right of stuff people's finding, but like I said, I don't know if it's scalpers or they're just not getting in at certain locations. I don't know. And don't even get me started on Ollie's. I mean, good Lord, we haven't even got the Luke Cage figures in, the Daredevils, the Ninjas. That's like the only thing I'm looking forward to this Christmas out of Ollie's is to get a Luke Cage or something out there, and nothing. We got nothing. We got some Ecto ones and some Star-Lord helmets, but that's who cares?
Yeah, it's been a lot of mediocre shit, but I got a toy hunt one for you here. I seen a few cool things in there, including one near the end. Pretty neat stuff. But here we go with a toy hunt.
Up in Target as usual. Most of the pickings are pretty damn slim. Still got a lot of Transformers 1 garbage. A few of these figures. This big pack, which the more I look at this, the more I keep thinking this is not worth an $89.99 price tag. This guy, Red Alert, never seems to go anywhere. Got the Grimlock re-release, Jazz, but really nothing else to write home about. It's pretty damn empty. Got more of those reaction figures, Superman, Jor-El. Yeah, look at that. They got General Zod, Lex Luthor. That's about it. Avatar, Last Airbender. And G.I. Joes. Once again, more of the reaction Super 7 stuff than anything. I got Cobra. Got that really cool Cobra. Commander, touchdown. Cobra Trooper. And they got Stalker back there as well. And they got the Master Universe original concept art with Spike War. Interesting. And then they got these ugly things. I'm sorry, these things are just butt ugly. Like, I have zero interest in these whatsoever. Love Transformers and everything, but this, I'm sorry, they're retarded looking. However, I do think this set, 80 years from Mattel, man, that is pretty cool. Original He-Man and Skeletor, an original re-release of them. They just painted his bracers, but otherwise it's the same articulation as the original ones. I think that's pretty cool. I dig that set. Not sure I'm paying $50 or something like that, but it's still pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, Vinny's got that Cobra Commander. It's a pretty decent looking one, happy. But yeah, oh, go ahead.
They had the classified one. Yeah, he's damn good. I think I gave him a perfect score. That thing isn't amazing. Yeah,
eventually I might wind up grabbing that one because that Target had an ass load of them. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, the classified one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. They should have, man. You know, again with the reflective mask and everything. Like, man, they nailed it. Nailed it.
Yeah, it does look really good. But that He-Man set, I really like that. I just don't think I like it for $50 though.
No, I think it's too much.
Well, I mean, the regular Origin figures are under 20 now. They're back under 20 to like 16 or 17 or whatever the hell they are. Why the hell are these? Yeah. So why are these just the regular Origins figures, not the crossover ones?
Not at Walmart.
Well, I only see them every once in a while. It's very sparse. The Origins ones, you hardly ever see them. It's the same thing with Classic Turtles. You can almost never find them anywhere anymore. But when I do see them, they're slightly under 20 again. But those damn things, I mean, you're talking $25 a figure. Just for an original one with zero articulation because it's in a big giant box. I don't know what else, unless they got something else incredible inside that box that you're unaware of because of the packaging. I just do not see $50. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah.
No, it's not just you. I agree. Like I said, if they're going for like around $15 each, you know, tops $35 for that set. You know.
Yeah, even 40. I think ours right. 40 is more appropriate.
Yeah, that still fits. That extra bit is just too much.
And no, Happy, I never seen that.
I don't think I seen that one either.
I've got a complaint.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I put him back in the box, and because it took the cable ties off him to get him out of the box, the base, the plastic base that holds him in the package, it should be a little bit flatter or lean back, and because he's hunched over, and once you cut that cable tie, he's leaning on the front window of the box. So, yeah, they should have had him.
Shit.
Yeah, they should have had a flat surface or something to lock him in, like to where you can pop him in and out.
Yeah.
These don't pop in and out like usual. All the other figures out there, they just slide in and out. So
that's a shame.
Yeah. So be very careful if you want to display them in the box if you take them out first.
Damn shame.
It's a damn shame. Mm-hmm. But one day I'll have a shelf, a real nice shelf, and I'll have him on that shelf with Storm and yeah.
Well, I mean, you could always wind up going the route with a heat gun and just heat up both legs, just enough, just so you can move them a little bit, so you can stand them up straighter.
Well, I'm not doing that. I'm not taking no chance doing that. No.
Well, send it to me. I'll do it for you.
No. That's fine.
Next thing you know, that thing is in a toy break. I'm sorry, Shifty. I'm so sorry.
I know what you're planning. I know what you. You go.
He just wants my toy for content.
I thought his metallic skin could hold up to anything. Apparently, we were wrong.
Oh shit!
No way, Jose.
No, he didn't.
But yeah, I think that's about it. I think it's a good place to bow out. And yeah, he looks spectacular on a shelf. More fun, of course, coming next week. Shifty, you've got an intro now for your segment too. So,
well, you say that, but I mean, that Bill Goldberg's got to go somewhere. Nope.
Well, we'll talk about that. We'll figure out something. But guys, I'm going to let them say what they got to say. Let you know what's coming up, and here we go. And we will start with.
I'm just saying goodbye. Save your energy. So long. Here's one Starscream's been saving for you.
Well, I don't think there's going to be a Friday Underground tomorrow. There's a slim chance I might still do it. But like I said, we got some family stuff going on, and still trying to kick this sinus thing. Yeah, it sucks, but what are you gonna do? We should be back though for sure. We got a 90% chance that we'll be back on Sunday for the Dexter stream. We were gonna take off, but because I know Slash is gonna be taking a little hiatus the following week, so I didn't want to start season 7. But the way that 6 ended, we ended up watching the first 10 minutes or so of season 7, and I think we're just gonna watch the first 2 episodes on Sunday. So we were gonna take a slight hiatus, maybe do a different thing for 1 week, or that for the Sunday. But I think it's still gonna be Dexter. Either way, though, I hope you guys will tune in. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. As always, you guys and girls are the best. And be sure to continue to get my City Venus 2 sign up out there. Let everybody know about that link to click it, sign up, because I'm gonna need you guys. I'm gonna need your help with this next project here. Getting closer and closer to getting that one complete. Thanks everyone. Tommy, Shifty, Slasher. I know you had to jump out early, but and everyone watching. You guys are the best.
Awesome. And we're gonna pass it on over.
Listen to me! Get me out of here, you fool! Too late, fools! Say nothing, Baroness. I saw the entire catastrophe.
Hey, another good show. Thanks for having me. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on the Twitter right now. The DM situation, terrible.
Oh yeah.
Elon messed it up big time. But you can find me there, and you can find me on YouTube, posting stuff. May do a game stream here sometime soon. I don't know. But hey, tomorrow on the Austinators channel, it's good old wrestling at about 8:15. I think he's planning to do it. That's our wrestling show we used to do. I don't know if I'm going to be on it tomorrow night. If I am, it'll just be for it's a short little bit. Then later in the night, 10:30, maybe 11, over on Slasher's channel, we got the Wrestling Dustbin, Lucha Underground. I think we're up to 17 and 18 tomorrow night that we'll be reviewing it. I think we're that far. It's a cool wrestling show from about 10 years ago on the El Rey Network. Then Saturday night, also on Slasher's channel, we'll be at the same time, 10:30, maybe 11. We don't know. It's whenever we get done watching the movie. We'll be reviewing Reanimator from the 80s classic horror film. And then Sunday night, of course, over on the Real Review 3000, Hans Star and Chaos Central, it's Jackbox Fun Night and the weekly wrap-up combo there where we play What to Dub and Jackbox games. Get in the chat. We'll try to get you up in there, and we'll have some fun. Good show. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thank you, Shifty. And of course,
not bad for an old timer.
Guys, thank you for joining us, and I hope you had some fun. Maybe learn something new. Don't forget, New Piggy's name was dropped tonight. If you didn't see it, man, you're just gonna have to wait until I drop the video. But thank you so much for being here. We always try to bring the the most fun that we possibly can to every one of these toy streams, because this is what we're passionate about. We love these damn things. It's not to say that these are the only things that we're passionate about, but these things harken back to a better time for a lot of us. These things invoke fond memories. These things are some of the things that just make everyday existence sometimes a little bit more bearable when the weight of the world is crushing down on your biggie shoulders, at least for me. But guys, thank you for being here. You could have chose to spend your time anywhere, chose to spend it here with us, and we hope that you enjoyed this show. And, of course, as always, let your friends know. Let everybody know. Stop on by. It doesn't cost you nothing to subscribe to everybody's channel and be able to follow all the fun everywhere that you wind up going, because that's what it's all about. We ain't supporting each other. YouTube sure as hell is not going to help us get there. So thank you guys for spending your time here, man. This is your hours, man. This is part of your life that you're spending to hang out with us, and it is really greatly appreciated. You have no clue how much we do really appreciate it. But guys, until next time, have a good one, and nibble on, y'all. Later.
Peace.
You better run, Mojito.
You what? I thought you said don't move.
That was before. Now, you run. Adios, amigo.